Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters, from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else, and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Of Ring Rust Radio's bracket draft. Well. This time, Mike Chiari, what is our bracket draft we're doing?
This bracket is to determine the best mic worker ever, the best promo person in pro wrestling history. It's me, it's you, it's BG, it's all our friends here, right?
Yeah, all of our friends. Oh my God. No one but Mongo had technical difficulties, but nobody showed up. Of all the people who paid to be here, they didn't show up. All the people I invited on special loan from other fucking places, they didn't show up. And I gotta tell you, it's sad. These bozo clowns, stupid idiots, you might say, they're out of here. We don't need them, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw you, we're gonna kill you for the next 1.4 hours. How's that sound?
1.4 hours.
What did you just say?
Dude, I'll tell you that for free.
To celebrate
You'd
the
be on
best
the worst
mic workers
mic
ever
ever.
bracket, Dottie just cut the fucking shittiest promo I ever heard in
Yeah,
my
what the
life.
fuck was that?
You told me to cut a promo, Daddy-O, and
A
you got
good
it.
one.
And you got it.
A good one.
Yeah, yo, it's fucking pathetic though that you've ran off all the people that cared about Ring Rust Radio. No one likes us anymore. No one wants to fucking be here. It's because you're a piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I wish you fucking left the podcast.
That's crazy. Dude.
That's how you do it.
Crazy. I'm gonna spark this blunt. You're fucking mean, man. I'm not joking. I sparked a blunt because you actually hurt my feelings legitimately. How does somebody get involved to do
BG's
this?
been hurting a lot of people's feelings today.
Seriously, Mongo said, I said technical difficulty, but I think it was an emotional difficulty because PJ's bullied him. Yo, you say
I
it's
was actually
me.
kind of blown away at that, BG.
Yeah, seriously, I'll say this to you. You say I'm the bully? Brother, look in the mirror, man. You're fucking a bully, dude. I'm being chill, man. But for real.
Patreon.com/Ring Rust Radio. Go there. Donate to our bracket challenge tier. Every month we do a bracket or a draft. This month is a bracket. And next month we're going to... What's the problem?
Nothing, go ahead.
What were you about to say?
No, I didn't say anything, dude. Relax.
You were about to say
You
something.
were uptight today, man. You were wound tight, bro. Let your hair down, bro.
Well,
Put
next month.
Put those boots to beaches, brother.
Yeah. Tuesday, August 4th, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a bracket, the best board game ever, and 2-for-1 deal. We're also doing WWE Fantasy Season 44 draft. 44 years in the
Imagine
making.
if nobody shows up for that.
Dude, I might win fantasy.
3-man fantasy like the old days.
Seriously, dude.
Cole Wells up.
No. I tried
don't
for
think-
15 and he didn't care
No,
one
he
bit.
wasn't around for that. Somebody else was.
Yeah.
Oh, Cahill was here.
Yeah.
Cahill's
He
fine,
was.
you know what I mean? Good?
All right, first matchup. Best mic worker ever brackets. The 1 seed Stone Cold Steve Austin against the 16 seed Jim Cornette.
The most irrelevant
Donnie called
man.
him the most meaningless person in wrestling history before.
Well, no, I think I said irrelevant.
No, you said meaningless. 'Cause You were
Meaningless?
going to say meaningful.
And I was like, hold on, let me start over. Jimmy's like, what the fuck, man? What the absolute fuck?
We were dying. That
Yeah,
was
we
so
were
good.
all, dude, he
And
started
then
laughing his
he
ass
cut a
off.
hell of a promo on you, though.
He did, man. And I was like, and I literally explained, because I did go back and listen to that recently. And because we didn't have it in, and then I left it in because we ended up fucking making fun of it. That was a great interview. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I mean, he's kind of a piece of shit against AEW, but he was nice to us.
Well, he tells the truth.
Stone Cold with a bullet.
It's always Stone Cold, but I do want to
Yeah.
say Jim Cornette is very deserving to be on this list. He's a very controversial figure because he likes what he likes in wrestling. I tend to agree more often than not with his views on it. And he is fucking entertaining, and he could talk, man. He's still to this day. He's not even in wrestling anymore, technically. He just talks about it, and he still cuts a fucking better promo than almost anybody out there.
Not me when I started the show.
I always like on the the Dark Side of the Ring Vice specials where he just ripping like
him with
Russo.
Donnie, have you watched any of that? The TNA Dark Side of the Ring?
No.
I watched the first episode.
It was great, but like they asked him, they're like, "Is it true that you made a terroristic threat to Vince Russo?" And he goes, "Depends. How do you define terroristic threat?"
Yeah, not a good.
Basically what he said was, if I could kill Vince Russo and know that I would get away with it, I would kill him. So that's a terroristic threat.
You know what? I can understand they're working with Donnie.
Yeah.
Listen, if we purged for 1 second, I think we'd all be like, I'll think about it.
I love that movie.
Movie
did
sucks.
They do like multiple ones of them?
They sure did.
Movie sucks.
Yeah.
He's stupid.
No, the
Because I
concept
feel
is
like
amazing.
I liked the first one, and then I saw like others, and I was like, it could get old. But the first one was good concept.
Yeah, love the concept.
8 seed Dusty Rhodes against the 9 seed Kevin Owens, or as Dusty Rhodes called him, Kit Stern.
Honestly, Kevin
Yeah,
Owens
smart
learned
matchup here.
his promo style and everything with Dusty, which is incredible. But Dusty taught Kevin Owens everything he knows, right? Not everything, but what was the saying, Mike?
Dusty taught Kevin everything Kevin knows, but not everything Dusty knows.
No, that's not
how you
it.
say it.
That's not it.
For that, I am going with Kevin Owens.
It's Dusty Rhodes. I love Kevin Owens to death, but Dusty Rhodes has some of the most legendary promos in wrestling history. Hard times, daddy.
You're down with kings and queens.
Let me reach out and touch ya. I always love it. He's like, let me reach out and touch ya. Let me reach out and touch ya.
I respect Dusty and his contributions to the business, but I'm gonna be honest. I prefer Kevin Owens' promo style to Dusty's promo style. It's not about the lisp either. It's not about the lisp.
It seems like it's at the list because no one mentioned it until you yelled it.
Because Kevin Owens isn't full of bullshit.
Wow.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Honestly,
it says Dusty, not
like,
Cody, brother.
I agree with BG in the sense, like, I'm not saying Dusty's full of bullshit. Cody is. I'm not saying Dusty is. But Kevin Owens, the beauty of his promos is he does make them feel realistic.
Like, Kevin Owens fucking cutting a promo in his car? Come on.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is
So
one
good.
of the best in the entire
I'm
fucking
going
modern
All the
era.
stuff
But
that
Dusty
Kevin
Rhodes
Owens did.
Listen. Dusty Rhodes is going to get voted down. Got it. Without a doubt,
We need
Dusty
that
Rhodes is
Stone
one of the
Cold
greatest
KO
talkers of
rematch
all
in the
time.
second round
Mike.
anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes is better than Kevin Owens. That's crazy.
It's really not. He's really not.
I actually don't think he is.
I know, and you're wrong.
Honestly, one of the most overrated ever.
You are such a fucking piece of shit. You just hate his chest, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, so?
His chest is better than Dan Mather's chest because at least he's got big old titties.
Yeah, see, mine doesn't kick. I got like Kofi Kingston chest under titties, and it just looks awful.
Oh. 5 seed Paul Heyman against the 12 seed Edge, the Copeland.
I'm not gonna waste my time talking about fucking Edge here because the dude is not good at promos at all. Not sure. Honestly, he's only on this because of you, BJ. If we were making this in earnest, he's not top 64. He's not top 64, dude. He's Buck Zumoff Jr. Paul Heyman with a bullet.
Why you call him Buck Zumoff Jr.? That's a huge accusation.
Paul Heyman. No. I'm saying like in terms of promo ability.
You loved Buck Zumoff and his promo ability. And his,
I had no idea his jumpsuit.
Out of the ring choices.
His jumpsuit. He came bip bopping in the ring with a white jumpsuit on, dude. 1-piece jumpsuit with a boombox, thin mustache, and wavy fucking mullet. I was like, hey, this guy, huh? God.
Edge does belong in this list. He has sullied his reputation with his choices later in his career.
Adam Copeland should have been on this list.
For sure. But we're talking about fucking Paul Heyman. Strong argument can be made for him being the greatest talker in wrestling history. He's advancing.
I agree. As much as I love Edge, Paul Heyman is nearly unmatched on the
Let's go,
mic
next
for the
matchup.
past
Let's
25
go.
years.
He owned Donnie too before.
He absolutely owned Donnie, but
We worked together before. That's right. I forgot about that.
I routinely, especially now in this time where we are right now, 25 years nearly since that promo on Vince heading into Survivor Series 2001 during the Invasion angle. What a fucking promo.
I will never forget.
It probably is a top 10 promo of all time.
No,
Maybe
his
top five.
It's
one of his
amazing.
greatest moments is telling JBL he was champion because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays.
Yep, that was
Such a
amazing.
good line.
Yeah.
Such a great line.
You want to shoot Cowboy? I still say that shit.
What was that? That was 2006, right? 20 years ago?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's 20 years ago now, man.
That's insane, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? That was 2006. It wasn't 2005.
Well, 2005, and then no, I think it might have been 2005.
Or was it? It was 2005.
And
Okay.
then
There was the
2006
two
was the-
one-night stands. I'm trying to think
right.
which.
The first one, I think the first one was where he was
Yeah,
shooting.
right,
The second one was RVD
it
and
was
Cena,
RVD.
right?
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Cena. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
4 seed John Cena against the 13 seed Scott Steiner.
I'll jump in first here. John Cena is one of the most overhyped fucking promo men in all of wrestling. He is
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan level in terms
Yeah.
of not being good. He could cut a promo. Like, he knows how to pander. He's a panderer. I would say he probably deserves to be in top 64 contention.
This is 32. Stop saying
you don't think
64.
he's in 32?
No, he's not in the 32. He's top 64. If we expanded another bracket, I would say yes.
Mhm.
But he's
Okay.
unless John Cena can do Steiner math, I suggest he gets the fuck out of my face right now. Scott Steiner.
I'll jump in, Mike, because
Okay.
I'm gonna go with John Cena.
What?
Oh
The
my
origins
God.
of the freestyles, I love it so much. I thought they were a great
Best thing
concept
he did
for
was
a
in
promo.
2004.
And the stuff with The Rock, I thought was excellent. I still watch those every WrestleMania season. I'm going John
Yeah.
Cena.
I liked when The Rock allowed him to get his
Yeah.
shit in.
That's
It
kind
was
of
nice
sad.
of The Rock.
Both friends of the show, by the
Call
way.
out my wrist writings. The Rock is not. No.
No, I
I
said
wish
John
he
Cena,
was.
Scott
though.
Steiner.
Scott Steiner's John Cena. We backdoored so fucking hard
Yeah.
to be a friend of the show, but I
Scott
got it.
Steiner's a best friend
That's
of
fine.
the show.
Still
Scott
happens.
Steiner's the one of the true MVPs of our league.
It's known that I'm not a Cena fan, never have been. I will say, like, when he was just, like, cutting a normal promo, making it seem real, I thought he was very good on the mic, but there was many instances where I felt he tried too hard and was way too over the top with it that I didn't like. Scott Steiner, man, I understand, like, if you ask John Cena and Scott Steiner both cut, like, a basic fucking promo, I don't know that Scott Steiner could even do it.
No.
But Scott
He
Steiner,
won't be able to tell you where they're at or where they're going to be
no,
next week.
he's
Or, you know.
Shoney's on fucking Route 2.
Yep.
That's what I'll tell you.
But he's going to get you to care about a match, I'll tell you that.
When it comes to fucking entertainment value, Scott Steiner, he's the man. He cut a fucking scathing promo on this very show about Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
After calling back.
We're going Scott Steiner.
I also, real quick, there's nothing I like more. If you ever get the chance, just go to Scott Steiner and just him calling people fat. All the different videos of him just calling people fat. Him and Samoa Joe. He's like, you fat slob. You can't step to me, you fat piece of shit. Right? It's incredible, dude. And him with Petey Williams, truly, some of the funniest shit you're ever gonna see.
6 seed Triple H and the 11 seed Shawn Michaels.
Ooh.
DX
Wow.
Exposed.
I will
DX
be
Exposed.
going third here, please. Thank you very much.
You know what? Mike should go first.
Oh. This is closer than I think people might believe. For whatever reason, I don't think Shawn Michaels gets the credit as being a good talker, but he really is.
He blows,
he could sell
dude.
a match.
He blows, dude. That is
He
crazy.
did not blow at all.
He blows. Dude. He blows
Did not blow
Vince
at all.
and he blows on the mic, dude. Come on.
Wow.
Definitely did not blow
That was
at all,
something
ever.
Bret Hart said.
That was
He's
what
on
Bret
here
Hart
and
said,
Bret-
yeah.
I'll tell you what, Shawn Michaels made the top 32 and Bret Hart didn't, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's injustice. Edge
It's
got
not
on here because
reality.
Bret couldn't get on here. Crazy, dude. 2010 call.
But I do think Triple
Hold
H
on, you don't
is-
think Edge is better than Bret Hart?
No, 2010 call with
Okay.
Vince McMahon. This
As a
check my
promo, I think Triple H is one of the best talkers ever, and people like Donnie will like say stupid fucking shit, but it's reality.
Mhm.
Shawn Michaels underrated, but I gotta go Triple H.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming
I'm being
either.
real. If it was in ring, it would be Shawn Michaels with a fucking bullet. But
Bullets. I am also going
Bullets.
Triple H. He's one of my favorites ever, obviously. I would just say, if people who don't think that he's good on the mic, to go watch the promo where he is telling Chris Benoit not to choose him
No
for
thanks.
WrestleMania 20.
or go watch when he was a guest on Tough Enough and he cut a promo on Goldberg and how much he sucked.
No
That was
thanks.
amazing.
Very
I love
stupid.
that.
And I refrain from making a selection.
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
vote.
What if it would have
No
been
thanks.
1-1? What would you have done?
I was going to figure it out on the fly.
I think he was going to choose Triple H.
Me too. But now
You'd be
he's saying he
surprised.
refrains. 3 seed CM Punk against the 14 seed Terry Funk, the Punk and Funk connection.
The Punk and Funk connection, honestly, in real life would have been incredible, and you know that.
I know.
If they had
Punk was
spanned
just
if they had spanned just like
He
maybe
loves Terry Funk.
if
he
CM
was
Punk
just
started
referencing.
like yes, but I'm saying if he had like started like 95 and they got to work together, the Punk and Funk connection, they would have been awesome together because they would have there would be so much infighting all the time, but they'd always win. It'd be really great. I'm gonna use this as a soliloquy for Punk or Funker. Because and I didn't mean what's the word I'm looking for? Not soliloquy.
I don't know what you're doing right now.
Not sure.
Thinking of funeral.
Memorial?
The thing. No, but there's a word for it.
Eulogy?
Eulogy.
Eulogy.
This is my eulogy for Terry Funk here, because he's not beating CM Punk, right? I know you guys are gonna pick
Yeah.
Punk, but I want to say this about Terry
As
Funk.
should you.
Terry Funk had an incredible promo set that he doesn't get enough credit for. He's got incredible segments. Him getting kicked by the cow, I'll never forget that shit. His stuff against Ric Flair was incredible.
The segment's nothing. It's about talking.
And he was talking in those segments, you fucking mutant. Him pouring oil on himself and getting in his eyes. But from the bottom of my heart, it really, to me, was always his promos in ECW. His promos with Tommy Dreamer. Even working with Raven. I thought he was great. Always. I love it. And honestly, that whole thing with Sabu was important because of Terry Funk talking. So, but I assume you're going to go CM Punk.
I mean, Terry Funk is great. I think he was in that best wrestler ever 100 thing, was voted the best wrestler overall of all time. And he's a total package as a wrestler, but if we're talking purely promos, I think CM Punk is the more iconic and better promo guy. And I don't think there's much of an argument there otherwise.
CM Punk was one of the guys that, from those early indie days in the early 2000s, where it was, okay, you're not just a wrestler, you can actually work the mic. And he was one that transcended from the indies primarily because of that.
He talked in Ring of Honor. No one did that.
Right. And so, it was, in addition to the in-ring work that everyone else had around him, and he was great, he had this ability to connect you through his promos. And he, in my opinion, is one of the best ever of drawing you in during his promos. I mean, the fucking pipe bomb is easily one of the greatest segments of all time.
This half of the bracket's fucking stacked.
The whole bracket is stacked. This is one of the best brackets that we've ever had, in my opinion.
7 seed Jake the Snake Roberts against the 10 seed Seth Rollins.
You know me, I make fun of Rollins. I'm not a huge Seth Rollins promo guy. And for me, I think Jake Roberts is one of the greatest talkers of all time. Two things that we always talk about with Jake the Snake that make him really iconic. It's one, he wouldn't talk loud. In an age where everyone screamed, he talked so quiet that you were forced to tap the guy next to you on the shoulder and tell him to shut the fuck up. I can't hear what he's saying. And that would quiet the whole arena, and then he'd laugh.
Why would you do that to somebody?
Because
people definitely did that to Donnie.
Yeah, he
shut the fuck up, you stupid.
He starts real quiet and gets people to shut the fuck up while I'm talking. Also,
why is he Undertaker?
Because that's kind of how he sounded. One of my favorite promos of all time is Jake the Snake Roberts this Tuesday in Texas. It is incredible. It shows that is his most diabolical. That is one of the best. Truly, it makes you hate that man, right? And he is so good at what he's doing in that moment. So I gotta say Jake the Snake.
Mike, what would you say is Seth Rollins' best promo? Right? CM Punk has the pipe on. We can know. I just referenced something from Triple H. We do the Steiner math. Paul Heyman,
Yeah.
Stone Cold. Everyone has their iconic promo. At the very least, you can go to. What would you say if we were to make an argument for Seth Rollins here? Because I'm struggling to really think of like
The explanation after turning.
But I don't think.
I don't even remember.
Like I remember the promo. The famous thing was "I bought in." Like that.
Right.
Like,
but
I don't. I think that
like that's not.
I don't know that he has that one iconic
Right.
promo. Like, and it's hard. Like I remember when he was feuding with Cody, like leading up to that, like champion versus champion match at Crown Jewel or whatever, the one where he got injured. I remember him having like a fucking killer promo leading up to that. He just had one recently.
Yeah, that's true. That's Roman.
For the Roman match, but I don't think he has that one that you point to.
Yeah.
But I will say this about Seth. I think he's consistently very good on the mic. I think he's very divisive with people, both in his mic work and just overall as a wrestler. I think a lot of it is people like being like crying because he like fucking owned Will Ospreay on Twitter before, so they hate Seth Rollins because of that.
That is true.
But to deny that he's one of the best all around wrestlers of all time would be stupid. He simply is. With that said, I think Jake the Snake Roberts is more iconic as a talker because he's so much different from most of the other people on this list. Like like Donnie even mentioned, like he was the first one that was cutting a promo in a different way, in a cerebral way. I feel like he like laid the groundwork for a lot of people that came after him. I think Seth is underrated, but I have to go Jake over him.
Yeah, I remember just watching some promo like as a kid growing up, and you're seeing him with the snake and everything. It's just like he struck some fear in you.
I was always he looked like my uncle's friends. You know what I mean? He always did. Like he had
looked like a fucking killer, dude.
Kind of balding, but he had that big handlebar mustache and shit. And he kind of sounded like he smoked cigarettes all the time.
Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
You know, he's a unique friend of the show, also.
Two-time. Dirty and clean.
Good times. Going Jake Snake.
There we go.
2 seed Ric Flair against the 15 seed Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna make
Donnie's favorite wrestler of all time, Ric Flair.
So he claims. Yeah.
So he claims again.
No, Macho Man's number one.
Oh, all of a sudden.
I corroborated that he also ate pussy on a train. So.
Bray Wyatt, the man who he wanted to fuck for many years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand here. No, look at me. I'm gonna stand here and say this with my heart, and I'll go first. I'm taking Bray Wyatt. And I know Ric Flair has the iconic ones, and I know Ric Flair has become known as the talker, and I get it.
Yeah.
But to me, covering this through this show, I covered it with a different lens, and Bray Wyatt to me was exactly what I wanted from a guy who cut promos. It was like a movie to me, and I loved it.
We just talked about like the iconic promo, and Ric Flair has it. The jet flying, limousine riding, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. I mean
kiss stealing.
There's so many. Like even if you want to go to this, even if you want to go to this era, like
when he told Natty to kill herself.
Woo!
Right, that one,
dude,
like
that's
him
crazy.
against fucking Jay
when he
Lethal.
harassed that lady at the fucking bar when you guys were there.
That sure did happen.
I still have that on my phone.
Want to take a ride in Space Mountain?
She's like, no, Grandpa, relax.
That did happen.
Here's the thing about Bray Wyatt. BG, you and I were very critical for him for a long time, and we did change our stance because of The Fiend and how much we enjoyed that. Like, I think his best work was doing the Firefly Funhouse stuff, then being The Fiend. The Fiend was more of a character than, cutting promos, though.
No, but the Firefly Funhouse stuff was great.
Was great.
Very engaging.
Yes. But before he got into that, he had the criticism of him, and I think it was fair. And I don't think it's all on him. I think that, obviously Vince had a hand in what the promos he was cutting and all that. And it was very repetitive. Like, I understand, like, the manner in which he cut the promos, which he deserves credit for. It was very engaging for people, but the content a lot of the time, it just felt kind of repetitive.
You just said iconic promos, and I could name 2 or 3. The original Firefly one, the one where he was with John Cena. Remember that one where he scared that little kid? Come on, dude.
But I think Ric Flair.
Yeah, but I don't think it tops Ric Flair's iconic promos.
Yeah, I'm going Flair.
I
think it's kind of. I think you're going against your actual beliefs by not picking Flair, Donnie.
I mean,
I
say he's your
I
favorite.
love Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Man.
All right, we're on the other side of the bracket now.
I feel like
It's the
sometimes
one
in these things I eulogize, but that's fine.
The 1 seed, The Rock, against the 16 seed, Sami Zayn, the man who Donald Wood said could not cut a promo. He's the
I'll take my. Listen, I often just let it slide. I'll take my stance. I only knew him as El Generico. I had literally never heard the man utter a word in the
I thought you were going to say
that was his.
Hold on. Take your medicine and admit how fucking wrong you are.
If you remember,
maybe you shouldn't talk shit then. If you
remember correctly, his whole gimmick in the independent scene as El Generico was did not speak. He did not speak. So I literally said,
hold on.
I said, I've never heard him talk.
Something, and you really didn't know.
I just said I never heard him talk. And you said that, I said
no,
he
you
sucked.
said he couldn't cut a promo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You didn't say, I've never heard him talk. You said, he can't talk.
That's not, literally, I meant literally.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
You said he's not a good promo.
Because he can. He can talk,
The Rock
literally.
with a bullet.
With all that said, I'm happy that Sami Zayn's on here, proved Donnie wrong. But it's The Rock. He's fucking one of the greatest of all time, as we know.
Absolutely. It's The Rock. I love Sami Zayn though. He's amazing, but it's The Rock.
Yep.
Top 64,
one of my
top
favorite
32.
matchups of any bracket we've ever had for anything is up next. It's the 8th seed, the Macho Man Randy Savage against the 9th seed, Stephanie McMahon.
BJ?
The Macho Man penis.
BJ.
Who wants to complain about some seedings now?
Let me tell you about seeding. I often will yell at you, sir. But here, I want to look you dead in your eyes. I'm looking down to your eyes. I'm holding my hand out. I'm shaking your hand like a man here, man. That's well done,
You're doing
sir.
the Mega Powers handshake, Macho Man. Very reluctant.
I
did it with, but it's his. I'm fingering him at the same time. That's
Nice.
that's the McMahon twist.
As people know, the brackets are random. And I texted you guys when
8-9 seed
made.
of Randy Savage and 7 Man is not random, brother. You can lie all you want.
Yeah,
That ain't random.
Crazy, right?
That is 8-9. 8-9 is even the perfect
It
seeding,
should have been a
dude.
6-9 matchup.
Can't do it on the bracket.
Dude.
But I
No
texted
shit.
you guys
I know shit you can't
immediately.
do that on the bracket.
Yeah. Texted you guys immediately when the bracket was made because as I saw originally too, on the left side of the bracket was Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. I was like, wow, what a fucking matchup for Ring Rust Radio. Then as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, there's an even better one.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'll say Randy Savage, and I'll try to be as non-monsterish about this situation as I can be. But no, Stephanie McMahon's promos always sucked to me. I never really liked her promos. She's annoying voice.
Sexist. Got it.
Annoying voice
Yeah.
like a motherfucker.
Well, that's the purpose though.
Cool. I'm not done talking about Randy Savage. The man, talk about iconic promos. You talk about fucking posters. You talk about t-shirts. The man is, talk about Slim Jim things I got on the wall. He's the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop.
But we do that shit because it's so iconic.
I do think Stephanie I think she's absolutely deserving of being top 32. I think she's easily one of the best mic workers of all time because she draws such heat. And even when she's sometimes a babyface, people cheer for her. But, the fact that she started out so early and was one of the better mic workers, then became one of the best mic workers in my opinion. I think she deserves a lot of credit for that. Now, of course,
you saw her
she's not going over Randy Savage here. Randy Savage, when you think of promos, you think of him. And growing up, I agree with you, Donnie. Like, everything does play a factor in the aura around Randy Savage. Then when he gets to cut a promo, it's all built into that. And he's just so over the top. It's so fun, so engaging. It's just pure entertainment.
I watched Macho Man Randy Savage join Weird Al Yankovic on the set of his television show, only to fight and elbow drop and then lose to put over a hamster. The man is a fucking legend, and you cannot underestimate that. Stephanie ain't pulling that off, brother. He's like, you're going down, Amy.
He's just so different.
Yeah, he was incredible.
I agree with everything BG said about Stephanie. I think it's important. Like, yeah, Donnie's like, oh, she's annoying. Like, yeah, that means she did her job incredibly. She's such a good heel. And like the one thing I always think about with her is like there would always be the CM Punk chants. A lot of people would like not
Oh
know
my
how
God,
to
that was
handle it. She
awesome.
always shut them down like perfectly.
Yeah. When he lost
but-
in UFC and she said it.
Yeah. But Macho Man is one of the most iconic promo men in history. The mannerisms, the look, the content of everything that he did. He is the quintessential 80s, 90s promo guy where he's over the top, but at the same time, he's getting his message across. He's getting you fucking hyped. A lot of those like screaming promos of the time weren't actually good, but he was able to have that energy while also having a great promo at the same time, which is a hard thing to do. So it's Macho Man. 5 seed Vince McMahon against the 12 seed Bobby Heenan.
You guys like Vince McMahon far more than I ever did as a.
What?
Hold on.
You talk all the time about how you want Vince back and all this other shit.
Yeah, I mean 90s as a character. It wasn't my bag as much. You guys love that shit so much.
You're
I
100%
like the man.
lying about that.
I like
okay.
the man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Yikes. That's not
Okay. But no, for me, without a doubt, this is with a bullet. This is Bobby Heenan. I don't care what he was saying at the time, what he was doing. Every time that man had a microphone, it was 100% memorable. And it didn't matter where. I know you don't like the WCW run. He was incredible there too. And promos, you can say whatever about promos. This man was on commentary. So he was fucking cutting a promo on every match, every time. And it was always involving Hogan, too. So, yeah, 100% Bobby Heenan.
This is a very tough matchup for me because
Oh
Vince,
my gosh.
he did make that feud with Austin like what it was. Like, if you don't have Vince and what he's doing, it's not going to be as successful. That said, I consider Bobby Heenan the greatest manager of all time. I consider him the greatest announcer of all time. And if you're a manager and you're an announcer, you're doing a lot of talking. You're doing a lot of mic work, which is what this is all about. I do think like commentary counts towards this, from my perspective, because it's just talker. It's not promos.
Well, you're cutting a promo on the match as the color guy.
Well, I mean, especially like 1992 Royal Rumble, I think is his fucking iconic promo, quote unquote, the entire fucking match where he's pulling for Flair, the not fair to Flair stuff, and like it was a fucking masterclass of a heel promo, quote unquote. He made the reason why many consider that the greatest Royal Rumble ever, myself included. A lot of it is because of Bobby Heenan. I think just in terms of pure talent, he might be one of the most talented people in wrestling history. And he didn't even wrestle that much.
But he could.
He didn't even wrestle that much. But when he did wrestle, he even wrestled well because he understood what it meant to be a heel. Like, he could do absolutely everything. So I'm going with Bobby Heenan.
I watched a match of him and his partner at the time. I forget who it was. And it was Andre and someone else, right? And Bobby the Brain Heenan came out in Andre's a small version of his singlet. And I watched this man take like Flair-style bumps. I mean, Andre was like barely moving at the time, but he was like still wailing on him, and it was incredibly funny. He is truly one of the greatest personalities in all of wrestling history.
Yep.
Did Percy Pringle make this list?
No.
Definitely should have made it over Edge.
I don't agree with that.
That's stupid, dude. Paul Bearer? Oh, Undertaker!
Yeah,
I don't think you understand how many great mic workers there are.
Yeah, I guess you don't understand the greatness of Percy Pringle in the Mid-South region.
Paul
I
Bearer.
understand.
I would have said Vince McMahon for this over Bobby.
Oh, good. You're irrelevant.
Yep.
4 seed Roddy Piper against the 13 seed John Moxley.
Nah, very not fair. I love John Moxley, and I love
Donnie's creaming his pants.
I love
right
it.
now.
I do.
match.
I love Mox, and I love his style, and forever since we first saw this man, he's been doing he does it his way, and I love it. And he's got one of my favorite moments ever from him is when Triple H is trying to walk out of the ring right before Roadblock, and he puts his head between the ring like, where are you going? Or he says something about his wife, or ask your wife for your balls back, or something like that. And then he comes back in the ring, and here comes Triple H back in after him. Little shit like that, I love it. And but with that said, Roddy Piper is iconic as fuck. between the backstage promo things with, what's it, Piper's Pit? I mean, that alone has how many iconic moments that we quote from all the time. And then you look back.
I've never heard you quote once, actually.
He doesn't know anything about
Dude,
Piper.
I literally said every time you get the answers, I change the questions. I said that earlier today, but that's fine.
Every time you think you know the answer, I change the questions.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's not what you said, but.
Well, I said it close enough. You knew what I meant.
No.
You knew what I meant, and I was correct in my assumptions. But yes, if Roddy Piper is more iconic in his promos. Plus, They Live is better than 12 rounds, for the record.
That's a fact.
That's all.
A great fight scene.
You know what? Both great movies.
I loved, I think a big reason why The Shield was successful early on was because of the Dean Ambrose promos. I think we have to give him credit for that.
I was thinking the same thing, Mike.
He was kind of like the leader, so to speak, at the start. At least that's what it felt like. And when they were doing like those backstage,
so he got over, and they were like, "Nope, you're not allowed."
Right, but when they were doing those backstage promos, like he was kind of the one leading the way.
His work with Mick Foley, BJ.
Hell yeah, that was your best article.
But to me, it's Piper, and like one of the biggest reasons why is like Piper, him and Hogan, they were the ones that fucking sold WrestleMania 1, the biggest event ever that took wrestling to the next level. And Piper's mic work is a huge reason for that, and the stuff that he did on Piper's Pit, like again, just like Bobby Heenan's commentary counts toward this, like Piper hosting Piper's Pit counts towards this. I feel like Piper's Pit is where like Hogan and Andre was set up for WrestleMania 3, and Piper played a role being like the antagonist in that and setting it up. Like I feel like, as much as like he was setting up his own shit, his own matches and stuff like that, like for a while he wasn't like really an active wrestler. He would kind of come and go, and he was doing movies, but he was setting up for other shit too. I just feel like Piper is like one of the greatest heels of all time, one of the greatest talkers of all time.
Do you remember?
It'd probably be an injustice if he didn't advance.
He did a segment where he's talking to a Samoan of some form or fashion, or maybe it was Jimmy Snuka. And he's
him with the coconut in the head.
He lifts up his fucking skirt and then he pulls up his and shit like that. It's very fucking fun. He was truly great. I actually remember watching one, maybe it was Mid-Atlantic, and he was there and he was going against the Briscoes. And man, the Briscoes couldn't talk worth a shit. Right? And Roddy Piper comes in, he fucking cuts this promo with fucking Bob Caudle. And it's fucking awesome. And you're just like, holy shit, this dude, he's mid-20s at that time. Maybe late 20s. And he looks young as shit. And he's cutting this fucking promo, running down the Briscoes. Dude, it was great. Good?
Yeah, John Moxley, right. I really appreciate that both of them are very unique, like you said, in their own styles. I was thinking, Mike, about the early Shield days, and he really was at the forefront and helping you sell the group, and he was the one that, between the three, had the best mic skills.
Can I tell you what hurts me the most about Dean Ambrose? Ketchup and mustard.
I was thinking that also. Like, he had some of the worst stuff that he had to go through and persevere through. They're both pretty erratic at times in their promos, but I feel like they do a good job, both of them, of eventually getting back to where you need to, and I think Piper especially deserves a lot of credit, though, for being one of the original heels, top tier, where he was so good that then you want to cheer for him, right? You were so engrossed in what he's saying that you kind of became, you grew to like him.
I mean, not early on. He was truly hated. He's one of those guys who,
but eventually over the years, it became that he is so right. It's so good that, okay, like, I don't
Hogan brought him back to just job him out in WCW. Remember that?
Yeah.
Piper did get a win over him, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, I would vote for Roddy over Mox.
Good.
We got the 6 seed Mick Foley and the 11 seed Roman Reigns.
Okay, Roman Reigns.
Another one.
Wow.
Listen, say what you want about the early days, though. He has come a long way.
Yeah, listen, let me finish my bit. Roman Reigns has come a long way. I'm really proud of him. We're hickory dickory dock. Now he's outshining Seth Rollins, okay? But listen, Seth Rollins is a fucking low bar to fucking pass, brother. Mick Foley has some of the most iconic promos and promo segments I've ever heard. So.
Yeah. Well, he's not going over Mick Foley, but I wanted to give him the credit for being in the top 32. Because
He's not. He's top 6,400.
No, he's not.
Well, you won't say it, but the past, let's just say since 2020, I think he has been arguably the most engaging character in wrestling.
In WWE.
I would say
Maybe.
in wrestling.
In
is what
wrestling.
I said.
No.
I said in wrestling. That's
There's
just my
no
opinion.
character more.
Sami
engaging.
Zayn
Right.
I've had more from Sami Zayn than Kevin Owens.
The aura around Roman Reigns, and part of it is that he does not show up every single week, but when he is there, and it could be in the ring or backstage or even during a match, it is amazing. When he is just shitting on people, he just did it on Monday. Destroying fucking Seth Rollins, your fucking work daddy, and all that. He gave you all of my stuff and you still couldn't do it. That he's done such a great job of putting in things that like when Vince left and Theory came out, he's like, yo, your dad's not here anymore. Like he's had so many great lines over the years, and the stuff with Jey Uso over the years. He deserves credit. He is not better than Mick Foley. Very few people are better than Mick Foley. He's one of the best ever. What Mick Foley was able, the 3 Faces of Foley segments, my personal favorite, might be my favorite segment of all time, is Mick Foley transforming into Cactus Jack before the Royal Rumble 2000. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Mike?
I think if Roman got a better draw, he would have been able to have a little run here, and I think he would deserve it because he really did go from where everybody thought he was a bad promo to where everybody, unless they're being a little bitch, can universally agree that he's an incredible promo and one of the best promos in wrestling today.
But he's a good talker now.
And let's be honest, you want to start out the hickory dickory dock bullshit? He actually fucking said it. Like, he didn't fuck it up, which is crazy because it's a fucking terrible line.
Reading the lines is like, what is he, Tiffany Stratton, dude? Cool, she can read the lines. That don't mean shit.
You can't even read what's on the fucking screen.
Yeah, because I got brain disorder, dude.
Brain rot. The things that put Foley over the top for me, not just against Roman, but it's gonna be, tough to beat him, is because, as BG mentioned, he was able to do it as multiple different characters.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, like, he was able to be a great promo in a comedic sense, but also a very serious sense, and he could flip the switch at any time, like
in the middle of a promo.
Right. Sometimes when people are doing like the yelling, like it gets like too much, and it's like you don't believe it, or it's just like over the top. But when he would do it in his promos, like it worked, and you believed it.
Well,
and
he would talk.
He
would talk real soft. Look, one promo. You always talk about the iconic promo. It's Kane Dewey. That fucking, one of the greatest promos of all time, and he's talking soft, and you hear him getting louder, and you see it, he's like, oh god! He starts screaming, like, woo.
I think that's the first time people realized he could talk like that, because he wasn't really.
Oh, ECW discovered a guy?
WCW,
Steve Austin cutting a promo on fucking Eric Bischoff and shit?
Paul Heyman, man.
Come on, man.
There was a promo I think Foley did. I think it was against Stephanie, but he just, the intensity that just started to build throughout, and then he's like backing her into like the corner by the turnbuckle, and he, as he grew in 98, 99, being such a comedic and lovable babyface, but then still having that intensity that just ratchets, it's, like you said, fucking few people could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was every single thing that he did, though, believable.
Okay, cool. We beat Roman Reigns. Yada, yada, yada. Roman Reigns
Right,
should not have been top 32. Honestly, does not even deserve to be 64, if we're on.
I wish Mongo would have stayed and you would have left.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen. BJ.
I wish you would just fucking leave. I fucking hate you so much.
BJ complained about his mouth breathing.
He was.
3 seed Chris Jericho against the 14 seed Becky Lynch.
I like Becky Lynch's promo. She's good, but I've had far more Jericho
You used to
promos.
say how great she was.
She is. Against Jericho. Jericho's to me is one of the greatest. I can remember. You always you kind of put that like thing out there, like what is it was BJ. You just said it with Rollins. I was like, man, I can't really think of it. When you say Jericho, I can name 4 or 5 off the top of my fucking head that make me laugh my ass off, dude. Or a very serious.
Which ones are you thinking of?
The top of the ladders.
Do it. Do it in the
with
4-5.
Wisconsin when they're yelling about Appleton, right? All that shit.
Appleton,
AEW leading
1000.
into Kenny Omega. So great stuff. How about the stuff?
Don't know anything specific.
The stuff
there.
is the Painmaker in New Japan.
Not good. That was his worst.
Disagree.
Dude,
Absolutely awesome.
The fact that it's taking you so long to get to 1,000 holds is really making me mad.
Well, I
that's
wasn't in
number one.
WCW yet. I was starting recently.
You started.
The learning tree.
You started in the middle of his
Learning
career, then
tree.
went to the end of his career, then you're gonna go back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's like a Pulp Fiction movie.
What's that
I'm like Quentin
route you were
Tarantino.
taking, sir?
It's Quentin Tarantino movies. It's how like Pulp Fiction is. We're jumping all around the plot, dude. You'll figure it out at the end. It's like a puzzle.
I think a strong argument could be made for Becky being the best promo ever for a woman's wrestler, for sure.
Good for the girls, but not for the guys.
She's
Say
good
it.
for any
Say
wrestler,
it, coward.
and she deserves to be in the top 32. I feel like. I unfortunately do agree with Donnie though in the sense that like Jericho, he's been ass for a few years now. Like let's not pretend like he hasn't been, but that doesn't erase what he did for basically from WCW until like the first couple years of his AEW run. Like he was one of the best.
You loved him until January 6th. You shut up, Mark.
What?
Let's be honest, dude.
No, I loved him until
you coward.
became...
You fucking the best one. No one cared about politics before. Now everybody's like,
I loved him until he started being bad. He didn't do the January 6th thing, by the way. It was his wife, anyways. But
he sent 5,000.
Although I can assume that he shares the same beliefs. But
I'll tell you what, I know people who go, man, every January 6th, I go down to the river and just fucking stand there.
All right, BG mentioned Man with 1,004 Holds. I mean, that to me is one of the most iconic and hilarious promos of all time.
Everything
Reading
with
fucking
what was his security name?
armbar.
What was security guy's name?
Ralphus.
Ralphus, yes.
Ralphus.
Honestly.
Yeah, his fucking feud with Goldberg back then, like, you can talk about a million things he's done in WWE, but like his early WCW stuff was incredible too when he was a heel and feuding
Mike,
with the Cruiserweights.
Something I really liked, his feud against Shawn Michaels. I thought he was great in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he reinvents himself. He creates the list near the end, and the shit with the fucking Festival of Friendship with Kevin Owens. Like he was doing talking in that. That's part of the deal, man. He is, I think, one of the all-time best, and his shitty last few years doesn't change that.
I mean, 25 years ago during the Invasion, going up against Rhino and Rhino and Stephanie McMahon and The Rock, right? Just holding his own, no matter who was in the ring with him, always held his own. Chris Jericho. Becky
hit me or kiss me. Hit me or kiss me, dude.
That's it.
That counts
we
as a
didn't
promo.
get to see it, but I wish we could.
That counts as a promo for me.
Becky Lynch is awesome, especially the past year with her little Donald Trump gimmick. It's fucking hilarious. But it's Chris Jericho.
7 seed, The Miz against the 10 seed, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Listen,
I assume it's not Ted DiBiase Jr.
No. Mr. Prison Time. I will say this.
No, he got out of it.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He beat it. He had money.
And was white. The Miz, gotta give Miz a ton of credit. He's been the perfect ambassador for them. He is.
You know his iconic promo, my man. You fucking know it.
Say it. You know it. Say it.
Well, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Talking
He
smack.
owned your little fucking guy, Daniel Bryan. Talking smack.
That was great. That was a great promo. I didn't think of it. But I'll say
one of the
this.
best ever.
Ted DiBiase, to me, truly one of the best talkers. I think that the reason, listen, we all know the $1 Million Man, especially going back through the annals of the 80s. He may have been one of the only guys who truly was literate. And it was,
that's a good point. Actually.
And honestly, he was incredibly smart.
He actually sounded smart.
And he just the way his heel was so, talk about cerebral. That's a guy who didn't have to yell a ton. He just said what he meant. And he said, like, even going back and watching the stuff from Georgia with Junkyard Dog and stuff, he was talking back then. And he was working that microphone as a young man, no facial hair, young guy working the top of that fucking territory. I love him. He is fantastic. I get, Miz has a ton of credit for me. Love the real world stuff. Come on, that's original shit.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been around forever. I have a ton of respect for Miz. I never really liked Miz, so I have a ton of respect for him. But Ted DiBiase's a legend.
You know my love for Ted DiBiase, let alone The Miz. Like, Ted DiBiase's probably a top 10 all-time wrestler in my book all around. One of the great, I'll say this, like, I think that he's one of the greatest characters of all time, without question. I don't think he's a top 5 or 10 promo guy of all time, but I think he's a top 5 or 10 character of all time.
Oh, he's
And his
talking in
promos-
those vignettes, in those
100%.
legendary vignettes. When he kicks that ball out of that kid's hand, he's talking to him, isn't he?
Yeah.
When he kicks
his
those
ability-
kids, when he kicks those kids out of that fucking pool during the summer, and he pays that guy cash, everybody's got a price. When he's having the $1 million title made. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah. His talking had a lot to do with the success of his character. But with that said, The Miz.
Oof.
If The Miz couldn't talk, if he didn't have the gift of gab, he would have not made it in the wrestling business.
Yeah, which makes him not
Plain
on
and
fucking
simple.
Ted DiBiase's level.
He
'cause
wouldn't
could
have made
talk
it.
better,
Ted
and he was a
DiBiase-
fucking star.
Ted DiBiase was already, before he even came into WWF and was the $1 Million Man, like, he was considered a great worker. So he made it in wrestling. He was in Mid-South. He was a fucking champion. He made it. If The Miz couldn't fucking talk the way he talked, he would have been out of the wrestling business in a minute. It would have been one of those guys that everybody's like, you remember The Miz? Like, no, not really. That would have been The Miz. But The Miz is one of the greatest talkers of all time, and that is what kept him afloat until he got everything else, and everything else clicked. And he ultimately became one of the most underrated in-ring workers. But the fact that he was able to talk the way that he could, that's what got him to that point. His talking ability is what got him to becoming WWE champion when nobody ever believed that could possibly happen. And he does have the iconic singular promo that BG was talking about with some people, and that is the Talking Smack promo, one of the greatest promos probably of the last fucking 20 years or just ever, for that matter. So
Last
it's
40
The Miz.
years, we remember Ted DiBiase. 40 years, ain't nobody talking about the fucking Miz.
Yeah, they will be.
Wow.
2-time Grand Slam champion.
Cool.
That's a good point. There's a lot of great points made. You know, Donnie, sometimes it's like you're battling between your head and your heart, you know?
Or your dong. It's usually your dong in your head.
Mhm.
No.
If I'm very
Your
honest,
head
it's
in your
like
head.
your head in
Not-
your head. It's this one says no, this
not-
one says do without a condom.
Not in the brackets. You know, I grew up with The Miz, watching the real world and rooting for him, wanting him to succeed. And you know, early
What was her
on,
name? The chick he
copied
smashed?
Kendall.
Kendall. That's it. Yep.
You know, when he became The Miz, it was just a play off The Rock, and he just stole his promo style. But he eventually became into his own. Sometimes he can be a little erratic and, you know, a little off the mark sometimes. But he eventually comes back, and like Mike said, his promo ability is the reason that he has stayed in the business for so long. He's absolutely incredible. Ted DiBiase, though, like I said, one of the greatest characters of all time. I agree with you, Donnie. Those segments, it's the laugh, his mannerisms,
Yeah.
everything all comes together for that.
That
You know,
laugh
like
is
I
part of
said,
the promo. That laugh is part of the
absolutely,
promo.
100%. You know, very torn, you know, because The Miz, you know, sometimes, Donnie, when the student gets out of line, the teacher has to come and reprimand. And that's what happened with The Miz and Daniel Bryan, right? Because Daniel Bryan
100%.
was The
He
Miz's
taught him
rookie.
everything.
Right. The Miz taught Daniel Bryan how to be a professional wrestler. And, you know, Ted DiBiase, he was teaching Virgil what to do. And so to me,
No,
the
not
fact
just that.
The Miz was teaching Daniel Bryan, who was who became a great talker because of The Miz.
Yep.
And it's honestly,
totally true.
I forgot that Daniel Bryan wasn't even on this list because he has some great promos also. And the fact that The Miz made it over Daniel Bryan, who people think is arguably the greatest professional wrestler of all time. The Miz has to go over here, number 7 seed over 10 seed.
That's
Great point.
There's
Great point.
there's a couple words I'll yell, but I'll save those for off
Wow.
air. But with that said, real quick though, I do love one of Daniel Bryan's promos when he was
Against John Cena?
no, the environmental champion.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He came out
those
and
were
cut
amazing.
this scathing promo, just
Fickle.
like you fickle,
Oh
you
my God,
wasters, and I was like, dude, I know Vince McMahon was in the back like that's the fucking best heel I've ever seen.
Because
Yeah.
he legit
I gotta be
hated
honest.
like who he was as
Yeah.
a person.
Yep.
He looked like all that shit.
Yeah, he's like, dude, he's like, say all this out there, say all your dumb shit out there. And he
Truthfully,
did.
I think it might be my favorite Daniel Bryan run.
Especially because like there was
'Cause
no
that
like it didn't seem like there was any reason they would ever turn him heel because he just came
Right.
back from being like
It
gone
made-
for so many years.
He had just
he
like
killed
feuded
it.
with the Miz, I think, and
It was a wood
it
championship.
It made no sense. They had a wooden championship. This
And
is
hemp.
Donnie. This is when he goes and fights Brock,
Yeah, this is the Brock
and
time
then
because he had
has the
braids.
run.
He had braids.
And then has the run for Kofi Mania.
Yep.
So I don't know. Those like 6 months are just absolutely.
I mean, I
I
can't go against WrestleMania 30 time because that's just so iconic.
Sure.
But I agree.
know, but,
I
like,
agree.
this
that
was
one's
so
also
different,
real
though.
good.
Like
I
this
like
was just so different.
I get it. It led
so,
to the dude. Honestly, I say it, and it might be my favorite match of all time, which is Daniel Bryan against Brock Lesnar. It's just
amazing.
It's just so fucking. It's perfect for what it was.
The backstage segments with him and Rowan, where he would just stare at someone, and that like became a meme.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. Just whatever.
Hey, honestly, he would deserve to be here over the Miz. He deserves it more than the Miz, that's for sure.
The Miz went over
No,
to
that's not
DiBiase.
true.
That's
not
100%.
Final matchup of the first round. It's the 2-seed Hulk Hogan and the 15-seed MJF. That's quite a matchup.
Yeah. MJF.
Can I go first?
Has better. Yeah,
Sure.
no, I'm gonna go first. MJF over
Okay.
Hulk Hogan. I think Hulk Hogan had iconic promos, but like looking back now, it's like watching him in the ring. You're like, yeah, it's not a lot. I like MJF's promos a lot. He's honestly, I think MJF is one of the best modern day wrestlers there are.
So, to me, what's interesting is it's kind of MJF is like the promo, whereas Will Ospreay in the ring, where you get to just no sell and do all your moves, and so everyone's gonna think you have an amazing match. MJF gets the benefit of, okay, I'm gonna be in the indie scene and then AEW, and I'm just gonna get the curse all the time, and you're going to.
I was gonna
and also
100%
kind of like
say that.
right, and also kind of like give my little shoot promo s type of shit because I'm gonna say what the Smarks want me to say, and the Marks think, oh, whoa, can you say that? And he does it so much that you're just on cheat code. And Hulk Hogan, say what you want about the person, but Hulk Hogan, the character, back in the 80s, that was the guy. And there was a reason that he became the guy, and was because of the aura, the energy, getting you the catchphrases. You had superstar Billy Graham, you had Ric Flair, you had some people, but Hulk Hogan was the guy for Vince, and he became professional wrestling. And I think in the first round, he should go over.
BG, you made some great points that I was going to make, and one of them is about MJF and his pro style. Look, don't get me wrong, I love MJF. I think he is one of the best talkers in wrestling today. I think that he's the best that AEW has. But you're 100% right about that. Like, he is allowed to just, like, he could fucking drop F-bombs.
I mean, that's what makes it great, though. You know what I mean?
Sure,
I absolutely agree.
That's what makes a lot of what I love about AEW.
Dude,
it's just unfiltered.
If I got hired in a wrestling company and I could just go do that, like, people would think I'm a good talker too, probably.
No, because you suck at talking. MJF's
that's
actually
not true, as you know. But
not
Hulk
true.
Hogan, he had to do within the confines of, like, fucking kid-friendly, like, late 80s, early 90s, and, like, he was kind of put in a box, but he still managed to be the best talker of his time,
Brother,
arguably.
you go back
as
and you listen to that shit, he sounds fucking dumb in the brain most of the time.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
think that's
brother,
the thing, though.
this
I think
match
you
is
have to
the
put it in
greatest thing
perspective,
you're
though.
ever gonna see, brother.
But here's the thing. You look, if that type of promo, not everybody could pull that off. I said it was Savage, and it applies to Hogan, too. He has that over-the-top kind of promo where it's
got it.
Yeah, it's like, it's
not
just
better
fucking
than
wild.
fucking
The dude's like on
MJF.
a coke-fueled rant, but somehow it just fucking works, and he gets everybody invested in everything that he was doing.
Did Ultimate Warrior make the list based on that criteria?
No, because he wasn't as good as
here
Hogan in
we
that
go.
respect, I feel like.
I remember far more fucking.
And
I'll tell you
Hogan
right,
also
it's
had
more
far-
iconic.
Hogan
Warrior.
also had far more longevity than Warrior did, so it's not even a comparison. But Hogan, he sold WrestleMania 1 just like Roddy Piper did. He sold many of the biggest matches in wrestling history, and a lot of that is because of his promo ability. I agree with BG 100%. I'm actually surprised BG went with Hogan. I'm going with Hogan.
Terrible.
Very weird, because you actually love Hogan. You love him as a person. You love everything about him.
Oh, I do love
What he
Hulk
stands
Hogan.
for.
I don't
I have
agree with him as a person, but
at the end of my tweets, I
can't
write
deny.
HH all the time still.
All right, Sweet 16, the 1 seed Stone Cold, the 9 seed Kevin Owens. Do we gotta vote it out?
No.
It was a good run.
I love Kevin Owens. I voted against him
Great
last time.
WrestleMania match.
Great.
I'm gonna vote
And
against him
great
again.
build and I will give Kevin Owens credit for doing all the build himself pretty much, but it's still Stone Cold.
Yep.
We got the 5 seed Paul Heyman, 13 seed Scott Steiner.
On the seating, BJ. Come on, dude.
What do you mean the seating?
I'm gonna
Seating
go Paul
was
I mean,
great.
Heyman.
Scott Steiner realistically was never.
else?
It's not a top 8 promo of all time.
I don't know.
He's not.
I know. It's Paul Heyman.
Dude, I'm about my freaks and my peaks, dude. I'm still about that life.
Are you taking Steiner?
No, took Paul Heyman.
Oh, okay, it's Paul Heyman. 6 seed Triple H, 3 seed CM Punk.
CM Punk.
A great match that
CM
I saw
Punk.
one time in Buffalo and Night of Champions.
CM Punk. Even though he's no, you know
Where
what?
Kevin
Hold
Nash
on.
showed
You know
up
what?
because he texted himself.
You know what?
Hmm.
Nah, CM
What?
Punk.
Hmm.
He's getting the same level of hate as Shawn Michaels and fucking Triple H.
Weird.
I'm gonna
I
start
don't know
calling him
why.
Phil. From now on, I think I'm
Is
gonna
it
start
because
calling
he
him Phil.
choked out Jungle Man and then
Thank you for calling him
went
Jungle
back
Man.
to WWE?
I've been fighting for him to be called Jungle Man for so long, and no one gives me the time of day.
Is it 'cause
I'm
he choked
tired
out
of him being
Jangleman
called
Jack? Is
boy.
that why?
Stop calling him Jungle Boy. He's a Jungle Man.
It's CM Punk, but we can't gloss over that Triple H truly is
No,
one of the
we're
greatest
glossing
promos
right
of all
the fuck
time.
over him,
Regardless
dude.
of what fucking people like Donnie want to try to
He's a
perpetuate,
fucking
it's
big nose
reality.
jabroni, dude. I'm bringing
I would vote
jabroni
Triple
back,
H.
by the way. Can you tell?
You're bringing it
I'm
back?
bringing
I think
A
The
jabroni
Rock
word
back.
that
brought it
people
back.
still say?
Nah, people don't say that shit, dude. I
Yes,
haven't
they
heard
do.
jabroni in the wild since fucking 1998.
I heard it.
Fucking, could you imagine if I'm at the zoo or something and someone's like, he's acting like a jabroni? I'd be like, did you say jabroni? That's my guy,
Yeah,
you
would
dude.
really
follow
go up to him and be like,
You
oh,
know I
I'm a
would.
wrestling fan? Oh, you're a wrestling fan too? I'm a wrestling fan.
Check out my podcast.
Let me give you my
And then
business
they would
card.
walk
Here's a
away.
business card.
quickly.
That guy's a
Did
rapist.
you take Punk, BG?
I would have taken Triple H. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
good.
Oh,
Irrelevant.
okay.
Irrelevant.
7 seed Jake the Snake Roberts against 2 seed Ric Flair.
I guess
Oh,
I
here
don't,
we go.
I guess I don't like him as much as I thought I did. I'm taking Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wow, really?
You
Yeah,
really do
Jake the
hate
Snake.
Ric Flair.
Jake the Snake Roberts to me is one
Starting
of the
to think you
greatest
lied.
promos of all time.
He's distancing himself from Ric Flair ever since like the stuff came out about him being a monster.
No, I've
Notice
actually
that?
I've
I
actually
think he would
closered
lean into
myself.
that,
I've
honestly.
actually reversed
Yeah, I
that.
thought he would too.
I'm into it. I just promo. We're talking about just promos, right? Ric Flair is
Yep.
the total package.
Yeah.
60-minute fucking Broadway's baby all night. Steamboat shit. Every fucking buddy he was with. I love it, right? Jake Snake, great in the ring too, but not to that Flair level, right? But on a promo, to me, and again, it's to me, because some of my favorite promos, I think about his work with Rick Rude. I think of his work, again, that whole entire Macho Man feud was incredible. I think about him at, what's that pay-per-view we watched where he was on high as shit?
Oh my god.
Legends of
Legends
Wrestling.
of Wrestling.
He's wrestling.
That was
That was amazing.
insane.
I don't know, to me though, like, as much as we love Jake the Snake Roberts' style and that whisper, the diabolical nature of everything, like, no one really does that, which is interesting that no one really does it. But Ric Flair, everyone has like kind of always tried to emulate, not everyone, but like many wrestlers have tried to
People were
emulate
yelling
Ric
before
Flair.
Ric
and
Flair. Ric Flair just
The
yelled better.
cool guy, rich
But
guy.
it's not the same.
kinda-
It's not the
It was the
same thing. It's
character.
like,
He portrayed a man who'd
Yeah,
say,
but
"These
there
alligators are about to stand up." Like, you know, like he'd say shit
But,
that's like incredible one-liners, dude.
for pro wrestling, like there's a flair to Flair with his promos, and like you just get pulled into everything that he does. I feel like
When he
I was
tells
going
Natty
for
to
Flair.
kill herself, you're right. That is an iconic
Woo!
promo. That
was
crazy.
amazing.
I think both are great in their own ways. I think both deserve to be in this bracket at this point. I think that they're both iconic promo guys, but I do feel like Flair more so stands the test of time in that regard. And maybe it is like this, yeah, maybe it is like the style as BG alluded to. But I just, Jake the Snake was incredible. but I do think part of it too is like, was Jake the Snake ever on top and selling like these main event matches with these memorable promos?
Yes.
No.
With
no,
fucking
he
Macho
wasn't.
Man, dude, when he slapped
That
Miss
wasn't a main
Elizabeth this
event.
Tuesday in Texas, dude.
He never worked on top. And you know, that's not entirely his fault.
Oh my
but
God! How
I do
dare
feel
you?
like
How dare you?
this is all part of the package, man. Ric Flair,
just like you, is a little.
Ric Flair, in terms of
Small
longevity,
package?
also blows Jake the Snake out of the water, and I think that's part of the equation too.
Oh, I got the did there the water. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There you go. I think that's part of
get
it too.
So.
Flair was doing this from like the fucking
You got it. You pick a Flair.
at
Let's
that
go.
level
Next
from the
one.
late 70s, early 80s, throughout the 90s, into the fucking 2000s even.
Yeah.
While
Flair
Jake the Snake
couldn't hold a candle. Cool story. Next.
Couldn't handle the candle.
Fucking loser, dude.
handle
You
the
do not
candle.
like Ric Flair at all. That's a fact. 1 seed The Rock, 8 seed Randy Savage. I do not like this.
Holy shit.
I do not like this.
Sweet 16 matchup.
You just sound like Sam I am. Are you doing a Dr. Seuss bit right now?
I do not like this.
Mike I am. Mike I am.
Man, when you think of wrestling promos, these are two of the guys.
Yeah, this is, if you told me that the finals were going to be The Rock and Macho Man, I'd have been like, okay, I could see how we would have gotten there. I'm going to say this.
You're getting in the second round.
I'm going to go first here. I think you guys
like if we like kind of like moved things around a little bit, this could easily be the final four on the side of the bracket.
So from the bottom of my heart, I'm going to say this. I think you're both going to vote Rock, just in my opinion. So I'm going to eulogize Macho Man for a second. Macho Man, when you think of promo guys, I think of Macho Man. The beautiful part of Macho Man is when you think of best in-ring workers, I also think of Macho Man. Right? So, you say iconic promos. There's plenty of Macho Man ones that we still quote, literally 40 plus years. And then I say that out loud, and I realize I'm still saying Rock shit in my adult life. You know what I mean? Just like so. This is much tougher. You're right, Mike. This is tough. I will say I like Macho Man more than I like The Rock, so I have to. That's the difference to me. Is I just like Macho Man stuff more. So Macho Man.
It's difficult for me to vote against Macho Man because he is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time too. But I think The Rock, he like revolutionized what was like fucking promos in the Attitude Era. I feel like, like he was able to cut the serious promo, but he also was probably the funniest wrestler of all time, and he was able to get that reaction out of people in his promos, which is not easy to do. It's kind of similar to what I said with Mick Foley. Like, The Rock was able to do that stuff too. He could get you engaged and sell you on a match, but at the same time, he could fucking own his opponents, and you'd have everybody laughing their asses off. Macho Man, I don't want to call him one-dimensional per se, but that really is what he had, that over-the-top style, and that's what he was, whereas I felt like The Rock was maybe more versatile.
Okay, hold on a minute. Did you not see?
I'm
about to. Oh, no. We're not going another fucking inch. I get it. You're voting for The Rock. We get it, you fucker. But here's the truth. Arsenio Hall. How about Macho Man on those shows? You still with Miss Elizabeth? Oh, brother, I can't. How about the fucking marriage of Macho Man? Didn't have another gear? The man cried.
That has nothing to do with the promo.
He talked during those segments, and that was his talking ability. And serious Macho Man was often.
He had the range. Yeah, he would go. Go quiet a little bit.
Him with Arsenio Hall is super underrated. I love them together. It was a great interview.
Great. It's The Rock.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. To me, like you said, two of the best ever, of course, obviously, but like the range from both of them. The Rock, what's interesting about The Rock is obviously he had help with the writing staff and everything. No, not that. But, if you wrote out or like a transcription to read it, you would be like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
It's some of the dumbest fucking shit that he somehow, because he's so charismatic, so entertaining, so engaging, that he got over. And like you said, Donnie, some things that you say jabroni still. Okay, well, SmackDown became a fucking show. It's like common knowledge of what that is from him.
Mm-hmm.
like you guys said earlier, Poontang Pie. There's so many things that he has done.
Catchphrase wise, I don't think anybody could stand toe to toe with
Snap
The
into a
Rock.
Slim
No.
Jim. Hold on, snap into a
That's
Slim
Slim
Jim.
Jim.
But that's him. That's Macho Man. You think, yeah, step into a Slim Jim.
I think of Macho Man when I hear Snap It to a Slim Jim. I understand what you're saying, but like
that's
The
just
Rock
dude,
had
that's
so
iconic
much,
as shit, dude.
and The Rock concerts. I mean, the Rock and to me, The Rock and Stone Cold doing dueling battles, iconic.
The Rock
The
owning,
Rock,
like, all
hold on,
five
Rick-
wrestlers
hold on,
in the
real quick,
Armageddon
real
Hell
quick.
in a
right, the
Cell.
Armageddon Hell in a Cell.
Ric
The Rock
Flair
and
has
John
woo.
Cena.
Ric Flair has woo. They're known for literally
Okay.
talking. That's woo, and he's got, oh yeah, like that's literally
Yeah.
Macho Man. Like,
Right.
what's the
And
Rock?
The Rock has just bringing it late to SmackDown. Rudy Poo
smell what The
candy
Rock is
ass. You
cooking?
smell what the
Do
Rock
you
is
smell what the Rock
Like,
is
he has-
cooking is a good one.
He just it's like
that is
and
a
that's
fun
so.
one.
He's got a million of them.
And the thing is though,
And
that's
so
such a
does
dumb
Jericho.
fucking
Jericho
thing.
had a million of them too.
To me, and especially the final boss run that The Rock had, is one of my favorite characters of all time. I thought that run was
Okay.
incredible. The stuff with Roman, Cody, Seth.
Not bad.
I'm going with The Rock.
If I could go back in time, I would not go to that show the first night.
That's stupid. So you just do what you did.
Next.
12 seed Bobby the Brain Heenan against the 4 seed Roddy Piper.
Wait, I actually find this harder than I thought I would. I thought it was
Yeah,
it's
this
like
is
you
pretty
see Bobby
tough.
Heenan, I'm like, it's gonna be hard to beat him. But Roddy Piper, he also had a time where he was.
He was on commentary.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that because his commentary stuff wasn't always the best. He was good
I
on
enjoyed
commentary
Piper.
sometimes, but Heenan was always good on commentary. What he had was he had more of the like in-ring promo time with other wrestlers.
You remember? We watched the monster truck thing on the top of the roof of WCW,
yeah.
and Bobby Heenan had to walk
Heenan was
off
the only one
because
who cared that there was a death.
Big Show had died, and Bobby Heenan walked
He
off.
is like, why is no one calling the police?
Honestly,
Tony Schiavone's just like, all right, we're moving on with the
He's
next
like,
match.
Tony,
Like,
he
a
is
man died
dead.
today, Tony.
There's a dead man on the side of that building. Why?
I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna jump in here and vote for Bobby because of that.
Okay. They Live is a big. Absolutely. You talk about iconic. Hey, I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of bubble gum.
That's
Like
a
there's.
movie.
I know, but that's still him to me. That's Roddy Piper, man. We're picking
Nah,
Roddy. That's a.
I don't
Mike
think
thing.
that counts towards his
I wouldn't
mic
count
work.
that.
I am.
No.
I
think it
am.
has to happen within the confines of pro wrestling.
Nope. So
Yep.
for me, I disagree, and that's stupid. In your
Yeah.
face. It's stupid.
Otherwise, like Fast Five for The Rock is putting him over.
He said cars and family, yo. Cars and family.
This is
Tap
an
me up.
incredibly
Tap me up.
close matchup.
Wait, so you went with Piper?
No, I'm going with Heenan. It's over. I'm just saying.
okay.
I'm giving Roddy Piper a little bit of credit here. And also Legends House. The guy is the man. He really was
Oh,
the
that
man.
was
If Bobby
amazing.
Heenan would have been alive, R.I.P. for Legends
R.I.P.
House, I can only imagine how fucking good.
Can
he
I
would have
tell
been
you
on
the truth?
that.
If I could make one, I wouldn't. I'd leave Fink in there because we got to bully somebody.
Dude, Heenan trying to get into Raw?
No, yes, always. Forever.
Yeah.
I would trade Lumberjack Jim. What's his name? Farmer Jim?
Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim. He ain't a lumberjack.
Okay.
Lumberjack Jim?
I would trade him out.
Lumberjack Jim
I
is a wild name.
I want Mean Gene, Roddy Piper. Fucking, I want that shit. And give me Bobby Heenan there? Fuck yeah, dude.
To me, I'll just say really quick. I think Heenan's versatility is what puts him over the top for me. It's the announcing, it's the managing, it's having his own fucking like show, being a host.
So did Piper.
But not to the level.
I don't
of
know. He
Heenan,
literally
I
had
don't
Hogan and Andre. It's one of the biggest things that ever happened in wrestling.
Great. And Heenan was
He
there too.
ripped
I
off
don't know
his
if you-
cross.
I don't know if you heard, but he was managing Andre the fucking Giant who couldn't talk a lick, and he still made it work.
Yeah, but
Wow.
no, that's so true. And also, I'll never forget
Right.
him ripping off that cross, dude.
Yep.
I remember how fucking disgusted everyone was like, Jesus Christ, how dare that giant. That's some good shit, dude. That is, you look back now, and that's -3
Minus
stars
3
worthy
stars,
right there,
no.
dude. That's how we're
Minus
both
3
gonna
stars.
say it. The whole fucking country watching this shit, dude, and the guy's like, dud. Idiot,
Not
you
even good.
idiot.
-3. That's
He
worse
fucking
than good.
slammed Andre, dude. Huh. It wouldn't be matched again until fucking Lex Luger slammed the Intrepid, dude. Crazy.
6 seed Mick Foley, 3 seed Chris Jericho.
I'm gonna
This
go
is a good matchup.
I'm gonna go Chris Jericho, like we said, because we talked about it. Like Mick Foley had amazing promos. The Kane Dewey stuff for me is so iconic. I'd say he's got the best promo,
By
but
the
I
way,
think Jericho's got more great promos.
Meltz gave Hogan Andre -4 stars.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
He must have adjusted it to make it worse.
Yeah, for time. He went back and watched it one day, and
He's like, I
God.
don't have time to watch Mercedes vs. My World, but I'm gonna watch this one more time and dock it another point.
Andre can't even work. Baba would be pissed. Baba would be so mad right now.
So wait, you vote for Chris? You vote for Jericho over Foley?
Yes.
Donnie?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Jericho and Foley are like one of the closest matchups here because they have so many similarities where they both have that range of like being able to do the comedy but also the serious stuff, and they have the catchphrases. They have everything that you want, I feel like.
They do. A lot of shirts.
But what puts it Foley, I think, goes over the top for me again because they both reinvented themselves many times over, but Foley, he can reinvent himself in a fucking snap of a finger and still make it work. So I just feel like they both have the Yikes. They both have the versatility, but I think Foley had it just a notch higher, and I would go Foley.
You're still so mad you didn't buy that Y2AJ shirt and you're holding a grudge. It's
Dude,
lame.
it's probably worth like $500 now.
Honestly, it probably is.
George definitely has
I'm just so mad they burnt the ones on TV. Looking back now, it's probably like $1,000. Good.
Man, tough matchup. 'Cause Jericho, think a lot about the list. So much fun.
Yeah, I do say that still.
But I go back to that Foley promo that I love so much. It's probably my favorite segment of all time, so I'm going with that.
So
I'm going with Foley.
You're not going to say 2000 Royal Rumble again?
I could if you wanted to, but I didn't. I didn't because you fucking cry about it.
No,
you're allowed to tell all your dumb fucking stories. I'm not allowed to tell mine.
You tell them this, but you got 3 stories. But you talk to me like you got dementia.
You were just talking like you had dementia. You kept bumbling and fumbling and stumbling.
That's the weed. That's the weed, brother. That's the weed, brother. That's onset.
Final matchup of the Sweet 16, the 7 seed, The Miz, the 2 seed, Hulk Hogan, 2 of the most iconic figures in pro wrestling history.
Yeah, it's very stupid. Hulk Hogan with a bullet.
You just went on and on about how you hated his promos.
Well, no. Well, again, NWO promo, Hulk Hogan grabbing Mean Gene's arm and putting it where he fucking wants. I don't know why that always stuck with me. He grabbed Mean Gene's arm so hard. He's like, hold it here, brother. He's a fucking man. Hulk Hogan. I'm saying Hulk Hogan. Kind of his jib or whatever.
Closer matchup than you might think.
If you're fucking,
2 very different promo styles, without a doubt.
Longevity.
One sucked and one was fucking.
I think I'm gonna put it. I don't remember Hulk Hogan ever feuding with John Cena on the road to WrestleMania and making that feud and then beating John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. I don't remember that ever happening. I do know that The Miz did it, though.
The Miz beat John Cena in the main event? Oh, yeah, 2011, right?
The Miz sure did.
The Rock did the thing.
I thought you were talking about when we went.
No, he should have. But the Hulk Hogan, he never did that. I'm going to put it in BG's hands to make this choice. I'm going with The Miz.
Did you call him the Hulk Hogan? You said The Miz and then the Hulk Hogan. That's crazy.
The Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk Hogan. That's what Iron Sheik called him. Is not good enough for me, too?
Yeah, no, it's not okay for you.
The Miz versus the Hulk Hogan. That's the easy one for me. It's The Miz.
Let's go! One of the 8 greatest talkers in wrestling history. The Miz.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Jesus Christ, come save me, dude.
1 seed Stone Cold, 5 seed Paul Heyman.
How much would you pay for us to be able to interview Dave Meltzer? Like, if I could orchestrate it, would you do it?
Dave Meltzer?
Yeah.
He would have to pay us.
No, yeah. I would do it I would pay him $50.
Why is this the question when you're presented with a matchup of Stone Cold versus Paul Heyman?
It's because of The Miz and Hulk Hogan. I would like, if I could have 15, I want 15 minutes of us just working with him just to talk. just to see his reactions. I don't even want to talk to him. I just want to rapid fire thoughts. And he's got to think of like, hey, 3-word answers though. Oh God. Like, I want you Mike to be like, The Miz is one of the top 8 talkers of all time. I'm like, oh my God. No. He's
Miles has no understanding of promo.
I just want to hear his reactions to things we do on Ring Rust that he's like, what the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
Stone Cold or Paul Heyman?
Okay.
This
Stone Cold
is very
to
tough.
me has
This is extremely difficult.
Paul Heyman, who has been voted best on interviews like 15 straight years in the Rusties, I feel like.
This is going to be maybe controversial, but I think I'm going to use Mike's logic here, and I'm going to say based solely on longevity. Because I think
That's smart.
I think Stone Cold had he shined brighter at his peak, but Paul Heyman has shown brighter longer. So I'm gonna say Paul Heyman.
I was very torn on this, but your choice made it easier for me, so we could kick it down to BG. Because this is it's so even. They're so different
Would
in
you
their
agree
promo
with my
styles.
assessment?
Well, there's no doubt that Heyman has more longevity. I think part of the issue with that is like Heyman was always a manager or a promoter, so like getting his neck fucked up wouldn't stop him from being able to cut promos. But with that said, Stone Cold is maybe the biggest star in wrestling history and had the highest peak of anyone in wrestling history. And his character,
Heyman
his
gave
promo
him that
ability,
platform too.
yeah, at the start. But I feel like Stone Cold, like, he was our childhoods as wrestling fans. And as much as, like, we loved, like, ECW, like, Stone Cold was another fucking level. So I think we gotta give Stone Cold some credit here for being the biggest star in fucking wrestling history because of his talking ability and being the fucking Texas Rattlesnake.
BJ?
I'm extremely torn on this one.
BJ, can
Like
you
you
stop
said-
sniffling so much?
No.
You're gonna attack Mongo for his fucking breathing, and then you're gonna fucking sniffle for 40 fucking minutes? You need to fix that shit. Blow your nose.
Sorry. Extremely difficult decision here because Paul Heyman, like you said, only has longevity. As we said, commentary matters. When he came in on commentary in 2001 to WWF, unbelievable. Immediately. Paul Heyman is one of the great, like you said, a promoter, but when you need a match promoted, there might not be anyone better. And to put over a wrestler as he is, as a manager, the advocate, and whether it's Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns or he can put over anybody, anything when he's on the set of ESPN or a podcast like this one. He is unbelievable.
Not
Stone
Curtis
Cold.
Axel.
He did his best. Stone Cold.
Nobody wants to talk about
Man.
Curtis Axel, do they?
You're right.
Nobody
does.
wants to
that.
fucking bring that
No,
up
that
in
was-
this
you know what?
discussion here. Huh?
That was fucked up. Stone Cold, though, you talk about, like you said, Mike, the peak, the catchphrases, Austin 316. I mean, is there a bigger t-shirt? How about the fact that he got over what? One word, one question, and it was over.
Honestly,
my friend group,
he
we said
made
all the
life
time,
he made
love
life annoying as shit for a lot of us. I'm taking Heyman based on the fact that the what chants are some of the worst
It's
chants in the history
I enjoy,
of chants.
the time when it
What?
happened, him going against.
What?
I was there. At
What?
the
Yeah, right.
Donnie against,
Yeah,
and
you're
everyone
talking
was
about.
screaming
Oh
against
my
Kurt
God.
Angle, and he's freaking out.
Holy shit! Dude.
So entertaining. The mannerisms that Stone Cold has, this is very difficult. I think what's going to put it over for me, because these have two of the very best promo segments of all time, the King of the Ring and before Survivor Series with Paul Heyman and Vince. But to me, I'm going to give credit to Stone Cold thinking on the spot of Austin 316 and that promo that he did not have time to prepare for that.
And he might not have been what he was if he didn't nail that the way that he did and come up
Oh,
with that.
absolutely.
Sure.
That is what made it. And
Some of
so
the best
to me,
some of the best moments are improv moments, and they can change your life.
Yeah. I think Paul Heyman having the benefit, especially as you move forward in wrestling, where so much more is thought out and planned. He has more time to prepare than someone like Stone Cold. And I'll give credit to Stone Cold where I think Donnie, I think you gave me this. It was the best after Raw went off the air moments.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
I
thing.
love that DVD.
And most of the DVD is just Stone Cold ribbing fans and going back and forth to fans and other wrestlers, and it's unbelievable. It's probably some of the best work of his career is on these things that you've never seen before. I'm going with Stone Cold.
All right.
That was a close matchup.
A lot of talking.
We also have 3-seed CM Punk, 2-seed Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Really, you hate him?
Holy pussy on the train. CM Punk is a coward. He would
You
never
hate
do
him
that.
though.
I like him.
What?
I like Ric Flair a lot, dude. I don't know why
You
he said.
voted against him 10 times already.
Number one, Bray Wyatt is one of my top 5 all-time favorite mic workers, and so is Jake Roberts, both of which are over Flair. I'm sorry that the bracket shook out this way. You put him against Edge, I would have voted for him. You put him against Triple H or Shawn Michaels or CM Punk. Over Scott Steiner, I would have voted for fucking Ric Flair.
Well, you jumped on the train too late. Ric Flair's already eaten that pussy. You missed out.
That's real.
To me, it's CM Punk, and it really does
That's
partly
stupid.
come down to the pipe bomb promo, and I think an argument can be made that between that and maybe Austin 316 is the most iconic promo of all time.
The words "woo" don't even get me
That's not a
started,
promo.
dude. That's literally that is part of the promo. That's his catchphrase.
That's absolutely part of it.
If we're counting the
No,
Rock's
you're just saying
shit,
but
then
he
we're
just yells
counting
that all
that.
the time. That's
not
part
of it, dude.
Specific promo is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he said it in every fucking promo, dude. When he was done,
Yeah.
when he finished on you. Woo!
I will say CM Punk has one of the dumbest fucking catchphrases.
Yeah, but kind of
That's very
thing
true.
To me,
It's
that
collaborating
works
time?
in favor is
That's
a
dwarf
lot of
bullshit.
these guys.
Isn't it
a lot
great
of
to
these
be
guys,
alive on a Monday night and fucking blah blah blah?
Oh,
a lot of these
fucking
guys
hate that
lean on a
dumb shit.
catchphrase. There's nothing
Collaborating
wrong
time
with that,
sucks,
but
too.
he is able to be on this list and to be where he is here without even needing a catchphrase, really. And I think that's impressive in and of itself.
He's a whiny bitch, dude. No one likes him.
Well, all right, I'm going Punk.
He wasn't a whiny bitch in AEW. But no,
No, he was a whiny bitch in AEW. If we're very honest.
No, I'm saying for you.
But
he
you
wasn't
still
a
like
whiny bitch. I think for the sake of the bracket, looking ahead to the next matchup, which would feature one of our most favorite wrestling things of all time, I am going to go with CM Punk. And a big reason is not just that, but the pipe bomb, I think, is better than, for me, anything Ric Flair has done.
That's incredibly stupid.
Even better
Incredibly stupid.
than when he ate out that lady on the train.
Nah, that's not better.
That wasn't him.
So, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
1 seed The Rock, 12 seed Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I go first.
I'll go first.
No.
The Rock.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I
know
You're going
that-
Bobby Heenan. So
We know.
Yeah,
we know.
and BG's taking The Rock, and it's going to me.
And Bobby, I'll eulogize Bobby Heenan for a second.
Why? You don't know what Mike is going
I
to do.
do.
Mike
He's going with The Rock. I know what he's doing. I know. I see.
I don't know.
If I know one person in this world, I know Mike. He knows me. I know him.
You don't know shit about Mike.
I know. I know. Bobby Heenan better than The Rock. I'm sorry. Okay. That's my eulogy.
BG?
He
I
picked
said
The
The
Rock.
Rock.
And then you're gonna pick The Rock, so just do it and move on.
I'm glad I was able to get Bobby to this point. I really am.
Here we go.
He deserved to be here. But this is The Rock we're talking about. You know, eating that poontang pie. I mean, I wish Bobby had something like that he could have broke out every once in a while, but he didn't.
He shit on Hogan.
going The
Hold
Rock.
on. Him shitting on Hogan constantly. Come on.
The Rock, when we didn't mention, the people strudel.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Incredible.
He just has some of the dumbest things. Everything got over.
He makes it all work.
What did he get over?
The guitar thing with Vicky Guerrero.
And the thing I should mention about
I
it,
said earlier, the Rock
everybody
concept is so
absolutely
good.
fucking hated his guts and thought he absolutely fucking sucked as
Yep.
Rocky Maivia, and he completely saved himself with his
Dude,
personality
talk.
and his talking ability.
Yep.
think about
Like, that can't be discounted here.
The stuff with the Hurricane was amazing in 2003.
Final matchup of the Elite Eight.
2003, let's be honest.
It's the 6 seed Mick Foley and the 7 seed The Miz.
I'm tired of this Miz bullshit. I'm taking Mick Foley.
The Mick and the Miz.
Good team.
Yeah. I see the writing on the wall. I see where we're going here, but I'm gonna eulogize the Miz's time in the bracket and say he's fucking one of the greatest of all time, and I love you, the Miz.
He is fucking one of the greatest of all time. You're right about that.
Damn right he is. Damn right he is.
Yep.
That alone, that he gets the points for that.
Yeah, looking at his dad and shit, I'm like, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He got lucky.
How do you pull that off? PG?
As much as I love The Miz, it's Mick Foley. He has too many iconic segments and promos.
It's the Rocket Sock connection in the Final Four.
Yeah,
That's how I knew
this
for
Final
sure
Four
here.
It's
perfect.
incredible.
Yeah. On one side, we got the 1 seed Stone Cold and 3 seed CM Punk.
I actually don't even think this is that close. I thought last matchup for Stone Cold was closer than this. Because I would say that Paul Heyman's better than CM Punk as well. I'm going to take Stone Cold.
I agree with you.
I agree also. I don't think it's some absolute blowout, but
It was an absolute blowout. Actually, that's one of the fastest we've gone through the entire day.
I think
That
that's
is.
because we're tired.
No, I think that's because you know the truth. I don't think fucking Punk is
Yeah,
better than Heyman, and we just determined that fucking Stone Cold was better than Heyman.
I do hope that we get Stone Cold versus Punk, the dream match that we've always wanted, maybe a fucking Saudi Mania, and we could see them against each other.
I just want to say, for anyone that has somehow not yet seen the Stone Cold CM Punk WWE 13 video game promo.
With Jim Ross. That was
With
probably
JR.
the last great thing Jim Ross did.
Yeah.
That's very stupid. All in Texas.
I recently watched that, and it still holds up, and it's unbelievable.
The tension's palpable.
Yes, it is. Cut it with a knife.
The other Final Four matchup, it's the 1 seed, The Rock, and the 6 seed, Mick Foley.
I kind of feel the same way about this one. The Rock kind of blows Mick Foley out of the water. I love them together.
Wasn't out of the water?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When those
I agree that he goes over.
When those two guys got together to do promos, it was clear who was better. So I'm just saying. I love Mick Foley.
I don't agree with that.
I love Mick
I think
Foley.
it was just that The Rock was more assertive, and that was kind of part of it.
Right. The whole purpose was to get The Rock over.
Right.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Again, I will cite Kane Dewey on this
Foley's
test
taking
until
the
the
back
day
seat
I
there.
die. He's
But
one of
I
my
don't
favorite
disagree
people.
with here's what I don't disagree with. The notion that, like, if you were watching those segments and you watched, like, The Rock and Mankind, like, you would come out of that thinking, like, wow, The Rock is the fucking star here. Yeah. Oh, my God. Which is correct. It's what they wanted. But he made that happen, too.
I understand.
But again, just like I said with Stone Cold Punk, I don't think this is such a fucking blowout. Like, I think they're a lot closer than Donnie's trying to say, but it's still The Rock.
The Rock just rolled. I was like, stop acting like this wasn't obvious.
The Rock,
we had better matchups earlier in the fucking draft. I get it. It's okay. It happens sometimes, dude. But listen, we got what we wanted. We got what we wanted.
It's Stone Cold versus The Rock, Part 4 in the finals.
We are WrestleMania.
I guarantee you it's been Stone Cold versus The Rock in another bracket somewhere here. For sure.
Probably.
I honestly don't know.
Good. I don't care. Don't look it up now.
I'm not.
Think you're special.
Do you want me to go first?
No. Yeah, sure.
Okay. As incredible as Stone Cold is, and these were the two guys in the Attitude Era going back and forth on the mic, two of the best segments of all time, of course. I think The Rock has, like you said, Donnie, earlier about with Stone Cold against Paul Heyman, the longevity. The Rock, they both can do serious, they both can do comedy, they can both tear down anyone else across the ring from them. They can back it up in the ring, of course, which is not exactly on this part of the bracket, but it's like everything factors in. And everything is believable. What's going to set it apart for me is the final boss. And that we got that, and The Rock was able to do something quite different from what we had seen before. And the fact that he's beating Cody's ass in the fucking rain and cursing him out, I love that segment. I'm going with The Rock.
All right. I'll go second. Mike, you can decide, cast the vote because I'm going Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're right. They could do comedic and they could both do serious. But I'll say this. Stone Cold could do comedic and it was great. The Rock could do comedic and it was great. But I think The Rock was just slightly better, right? At the comedic stuff, in my opinion, right? In my head, though, the serious side of this, Stone Cold was far superior to The Rock. Serious Stone Cold versus serious The Rock. I think of The Rock almost as a more, like, he's just funny. He's a funny guy who's also really great at wrestling. Could cut a serious promo when needed, but, like, he was just more about entertaining you, right? I fucking felt like Stone Cold was a true fucking psychopath who was hell-bent on destruction. He truly was, like, I just like, Stone Cold was more intense. He was just more badass. He was a true fucking, like, anti-hero, but a hero. I'm going Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love The Rock. He's always fun. I think he's funnier, but, like, Stone Cold being on top as the fucking serious, baddest motherfucker in town, that was so great. We really did. We were so spoiled in those years, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah, I think that's why I appreciate the Final Boss character so much, is because we were able to see this other side, this more serious side with him. With The Rock.
But you didn't have a chance to see Stunning Steve.
I think we're just splitting hairs at this point. Like, this is this deserved final.
It's
like
100%
these are probably
subjective here. From this point forward, it's not objective anymore. It's subjective.
Probably the two most complete talkers ever, because as we've mentioned, both of them could do it all. I'll just say this. When I think of Stone Cold, I think of a lot of things. I do think of, like, the promos and the talk, but I also, sometimes my mind goes more towards him just being, like, whipping people's asses and doing the beer bash and that type of thing. When I think of The Rock, the first thing my mind always goes to is the promos and the catchphrases, no matter what. And I think his catchphrases, they have that staying power, like, that people still use them to this day. And I think I feel like he revolutionized the talking part of pro wrestling when he became The Rock. And I do agree with BG. I think if you need a tiebreaker here, there is that longevity where Stone Cold was only for a certain period of time. The Rock also wasn't around that long, but then he came back and he's done a lot, over the last several years, and the Final Boss was incredible. He proved he's at this point in his career, and he proved he still has it. He still has his fastball, and I think he deserves credit for that. By the slimmest of margins, I go with The Rock.
Lame. All right, guys.
Hey,
so
you are right.
Yeah, you are. Lame.
So the Rock is the best mic worker ever, according to Ring Rust Radio.
Hard to argue with that.
Bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I felt like we did
a great job.
Yes, I was trying not to pat myself on the back, and you're like, we're so fucking great.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't always get it right, but I felt like this time we got it for the most. Besides the dumb shit Miz run, we did well. I think a lot of names were missed from this list. I wish I was consulted.
You were.
We can do a part two.
Just people. I'm not gonna name names now. I'm
Yeah,
not being petty.
Top of your head.
I'm not being petty, dude.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan for sure. Adam Cole.
He would have gone out first round. That's fine.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. Carmelo Hayes.
What? I love Carmelo Hayes. That's fucking insane.
All right, guys. BJ, how someone get involved and help us out here?
How can anyone get involved?
Yeah, anyone.
Patreon.com/RingRustRadio. Donate to our bracket challenge tier. Every single month, we do a bracket or a draft. Next month, Tuesday, August 4th, 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do both. We're going to do the best board game ever and W Fantasy Season 44. 44 years in the making. Can't wait.
44 years,
Wow.
dude. All right.
Long time.
Listen, and this is more of a plea. If you're listening, please show up.
Please, we need you.
I was going to cut a promo on you to say how shitty it was you didn't show up, but really, I think I'm just going to try.
Hey,
BJ
we have
sounded
the rest
nice.
of the year. We have the rest of the year mapped out. Best board game, ultimate one-hit wonder songs. Then we got a draft. Build a horror movie marathon for October. The best sports movie in November. And then finally for December, build a holiday movie marathon.
Yeah, that's how. Oh, so we're doing movie
That's good
marathons
shit.
for the holidays. I'm down with that, actually.
You already were down with it weeks ago when we
I'm
decided.
down with the sickness, brother.
Hell yeah, you are.
Ooh, wah! All right, guys.
I dedicate this to the throwbacks. Like Cena's shirt in 06, ECW, one night stand, I won't hold back. Like Taker and Batista battling the backlash. 07 to one-man stands. We'll bring you back to the days of Lord Alfred Hayes. Hall and Nash invade. Hollywood drops the leg. They say the days of old are the best though. That's why we bring to you Ring Rust Retro. Let's go.
It's time to watch some wrestling. Actually, a retro that makes sense for the time, that makes sense for the show. No Sacramento. I'm still genuinely scarred from that. I swear to God, I'm like, I was shooketh by that, dude, and it hurts. I was told to watch SummerSlam 1991, right? Mm-hmm. I was on the computer. I did not have a chance to watch it.
You watched 91?
Yeah, why?
Just fucking around.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Like, you genuinely, like, you can't do that, you know.
I was like, when he was saying SummerSlam 1990, I was like, I hope he doesn't fuck up.
Me too. Every time I'm like, I'll go back and double check now. Before I was like, I don't care. Now I'm like, oh shit, I better do what I'm told. A match made in heaven? A match made in hell.
Match made in hell.
So the first, the sound did not like that. Yeah, I will say this from the bottom of my heart. I went into this, you know, I probably haven't seen this since I went back and watched the whole analog. I said analog, I meant catalog.
Yep,
I gotta get this blunt going. Mike, tease what we're doing here and let's get into it, BJ.
Hell yeah.
We're doing the SummerSlam 1991 retro,
okay.
And I just gotta say, thank you for this, George. This is my wheelhouse. I've watched all these fucking pay-per-views from the early to mid-90s a million times, so I love this one.
I think I've only seen this once.
I am almost positive we covered the Macho Man thing.
Probably. May I just say something real quick? Patreon.com/RingRustRadio if you want us to review a TV show, a documentary, a pay-per-view, a match. Go to Patreon.com/RingRustRadio, our retro tier. Anything with a wrestler involved, we will cover it.
Honestly,
many wrestlers involved.
I genuinely love old pay-per-views. So please, if you go through and you find something cool or something that you were at or something that like is a thing of lore and you want us to go talk about, I would love to do more of these old ones again. Because this is fun. I really do. This is, not only is this generation our wheelhouse, not for you, BJ, but, you know, it's this idea of covering pay-per-views like going back in time. That's what retro was kind of designed for.
A little bit. I love the fucking Vince intros with the early 90s to the pay-per-views. Like, the most iconic is obviously the Royal Rumbles, where he's just reading all the names, but for this one, he goes, "It's summertime and the living is anything but easy."
Yeah. So he is the king of old puns. He was definitely, remember, I never saw the show, but Mad Men and Don Draper.
I've never watched it.
I never watched either, but like that, him just being that salesman type guy, right? That is, Vince is just a fucking carny. And the more you watch old shit, you're like, he was good at it.
Yeah, this was a great intro. I really wrote that. Great intro by Vince. That's it.
MSG, did you go, BG?
No.
Why not?
I wasn't watching.
Why not?
Wasn't watching.
Did your parents not love you enough to drag you?
4 years old.
Real quick, did your parents not love you enough to do you be 3 here, right?
I was 4.
Oh man, they didn't love you enough, dude.
I have a question actually. I was thinking about this the other day. I have a question. Thinking about this when I was watching the World Cup.
Okay.
If you go to a sporting event and you have like an infant, do you have to pay a ticket for them?
If they have their own seat. If they have their own seat, you do. If they don't,
but if you don't, right? You don't have to.
Right.
I think it's like two or above or something like that. I know that at some places it's different, but 2 and above seems to be pretty unanimous of like, you gotta pay, bud.
Gotcha. I was curious about
that. Commentary team for this is Gorilla, Bobby Heenan,
dude,
and Roddy Piper.
There's a stacked commentary team. Fuck melts.
When I watched these tapes as a kid, I will admit, I was typically not happy when they shoehorned Piper in on commentary because
I liked him.
Great talker, not the best commentator because he just kind of goes off on tangents sometimes. But my thing is, you already have the perfect team. It's Gorilla and Heenan. I know that Melt says it's the worst announce team of all time, and Gorilla's the worst announcer of the year for like 20 years straight. But I mean, you don't need to mess with perfection. That's what I'm saying.
I will look. I'm not gonna say he was the greatest, and I'm not gonna say he's the worst. It was just.
But I don't think he's the worst.
It was just inoffensive. Like, yeah, I guess I prefer like. But like part of the reason I love Gorilla.
He said "oops" like 50 times on the show.
But part of That is true. Listen, it's not perfect. Part of the reason why I loved Gorilla and I loved Bobby Heenan too was that like stage show thing they did. What was that called?
Oh, Primetime?
Yeah, like that. A lot of their best moments for me came from that, and that wasn't really truly announced calls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Opening match, 6-man tag. It's the Dragon, Texas Tornado, and British Bulldog versus Warlord in Power and Glory. If you don't know the Dragon, that's Ricky Steamboat. Not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They just called him the Dragon this time when he came back to WWF, which was very weird.
It is weird because it's so like synonymous with his whole entire name and everything. But I do also get it because of that's just like the way Vince is.
Right, but he's already Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Like, you could just keep calling him that, but also make him a dragon who breathes fire, which is a cool entrance gimmick.
Yeah,
you
big
could
time.
still do that.
That's true. This is like exactly what I think of with this era, though. These guys are all fucking jacked.
Oh, this is steroids. Yes. Everyone's to the gills. Yeah. Gas to the gills.
This is a stacked babyface team, too.
Oh, man. Oh, dude. And honestly, can I say something to you? I know people don't like, the Warlord. I like the Warlord. You said he's super nice. I love
the Warlord.
You said he's like
he's
the nicest guy, right?
He's a lovely human being.
Yeah, like that makes me like really like look back and be like, good.
And honestly, you're never gonna give fucking Warlord in a 5-star match, but for what his role was, I thought he did a good job.
Listen, if you really think about it, 991, just the long 80s. You're still technically in the 80s. You haven't really changed yet. He's perfect for this era.
Yeah. I'll also say, I think Paul Roma was actually a really good worker, but he gets a bad rap because he got forced into the Four Horsemen for no reason.
Paul Roma gets a terrible... Listen, Power and Glory is super fun. They had fun moves.
He was good in this match.
And they have good moves. Like, they do fun things, right?
The Powerplex is one of the best tag team finishers of all time, I think.
Truly. But Paul, you're 100% right. He got shoehorned into a place he didn't deserve to be, and he gets so much hate for it like he decided it. And also, Chris Benoit never got that same hate. They did almost... His run was worse.
In a lot of ways.
Well, his run was worse in the Four Horsemen.
I tried so hard.
Horsemen. I thought you meant.
I thought you also meant the. Yeah.
No.
My main takeaway from this match, like, I think everybody did a good job, but it's how incredible Steamboat was even at this point, just flying around, selling, making everything look great.
I love the Von Erichs. So for me, it's always because it was like such a brief time.
He looked like, I know you yelled at me before for suggesting that Kerry Von Erich might have been under the influence of anything at any point, but he was tweaking out at various points during this match, it looked like.
He was having a good time, for sure. And I will say this, his body was unbelievable.
It sure was. It sure was. The drugs did not impact his physique.
No. It helped it, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Classic tag team wrestling. I appreciate the quick tags, the heel tactics. I thought the commentary was great with Piper and Heenan. And also, amazing to see a crossbody win a match. I appreciate it.
Yeah, wrestling was different.
Used to win a lot with the crossbody.
But wrestling was different back then.
Yep.
That was high flying.
They fucked up the ending though. It was a great match, but they fucked up the ending. Like, Bulldog did the running power slam. That's his finish, and like something was supposed to happen, whether a breakup or something, and Paul Roma had to kick out of it, and then British Bulldog like tagged right out to Steamboat, and then he won with the crossbody. So I don't know what happened there, but
someone missed their spot.
Yeah. But they wanted the Dragon to get the W.
He was changing names.
Then he was dragging his balls over Vince's face and left for WWE like a month later.
He did. Listen, let's get into this. Let's get into it, Mike.
Guys, main event time. Already.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Intercontinental Championship. It's Mr. Perfect defending against Bret the Hitman Hart.
Dude, second match in the card. Jericho is fuming.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it does show where they were viewed at the time. It just wasn't. Bret. Yeah. Vince loved Bret even then.
It's like, why not open with this?
Dude. They didn't do that back then for whatever reason.
It was curtain jerkers, really.
I think the first time they ever did like a massive fucking match like that as an opener on a pay-per-view was Bret Owen WrestleMania.
Oh.
They were always opening with like some random tag team match on these.
You know what their old WWF shows remind me of? How New Japan ran their shows back when we were watching when they still had a bunch of people. Every show was like everything was multi-person tag matches. The first match of a bunch of guys we didn't have anything else for, but are big stars. Like get the crowd hype, and then the second match comes in and it's usually a fucking banger.
Like two of my favorite openers from this time period was Rumble 91, Rumble 92, the Rockers versus the Orient Express, and the New Foundation versus the Orient Express. It's like the Orient Express just opening the shows, but now that's considered like an important spot.
Yep.
Guys, I was beyond pissed when they had fucking Coach as Mr. Perfect's manager. Literally no reason for it. He was a shitty version of Bill Alfonso. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, and honestly, gets very much lost to history, and deservedly so.
It wasn't a long period of time, thankfully, but he sucked. He's horrible.
Well, listen, when you think of, once he gets to WCW, teams up with Heenan again, good times for a little while, too. You know what I mean?
Perfect?
Yeah.
He didn't team up with Heenan again.
Well, they were managers together. They were always talking on segments.
No, Perfect was on commentary. I mean, not Perfect. Heenan was on commentary in WCW.
He was working with him, though.
No,
I remember there are plenty of stuff. I'll send the segments. You
know nothing about WCW. We talked about it many times. Hennig comes in, he pretends like he's going to join the Horsemen, he screws him, goes with the NWO. There's no Heenan.
He was with him for a little bit. You don't even remember.
I do remember.
You don't know. But hey, this match though, honestly, pretty good, huh?
Incredible.
Pretty good, huh? It's pretty. My notes here are very scarce because you just watch it and you're like, yeah, we've talked about this a bunch of times, and this is exactly what we're talking about. It's way ahead of its time. It's such a good. Here's the thing. I love Bret Hart. I love the things that Bret Hart does. Mr. Perfect just went nuts putting this guy over. The two of them putting on a fucking show.
Bumping, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, they both bump. Honestly, there's few bumps in wrestling I love more than Bret Hart taking a top turnbuckle on the chest. It's just one of those things that looks like it's just a shotgun blast. Right? And it's
Perfect got fucking sent out of the ring 20 times in this match.
Yeah, he does bump his ass. But look at me. If you, and I can't say this enough. If you can go back, if you've never seen this match, please go back. This is a 10 out of 10. This is 5 stars. Whatever you want to say it. Bret Hart
give it. Do we know that?
Yeah, can you find out what Meltz gave this? But I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This is the match.
I know what he gave because I looked it up because I was like, this is an incredible match. And especially for around this time, you're not really seeing matches like this. I wrote at the end of my wrap up here, iconic match. Bret Hart was Mr. SummerSlam. 4 stars from Dave Meltzer.
How was he only given this 4 in comparison to the other matches that were happening in 1991?
Well, here's the thing. But here's the thing. Because what's going on in New Japan and actually it's all Japan at that time, right?
It doesn't matter.
But here's the thing. Even if you're talking about comparing it to that, this was that. This has fucking signs of a fucking strong style. These two dudes are beating the shit out of each other at points in this match.
I love the headlock spot early on because it's so demeaning to the other person in the context of this match. And then, also Mr. Perfect's attire getting ripped. Such an awesome touch to this match to show the intensity. Even though it's not some wild hardcore match, you're getting that these guys are really fucking wrestling and going to war here. It's a great touch.
Another way you could tell is because Mr. Perfect had kind of weirdly short hair for whatever reason, and he got, within 5 minutes, it looked like he had a beautiful perm because he was sweating.
That's true.
It happens, dude. It happens, brother.
I have some rapid fire points. You can comment if you like.
Okay, I just want to hear.
Brain was owning Piper in this match and throughout the night, and he said Roddy Piper used to come home from school and learn that his parents moved.
I literally wrote here perfect commentary during this match between Piper and Heenan.
Stu Hart was looking comatose at the crowd.
He was, dude. I noticed that also.
Anytime they could march Stu Hart out there, they really did, man.
Some of Lawler's best work, Lawler didn't come until 93, but it was when he would talk shit about Stu Hart on commentary.
Dude, he and honestly, the whole Hart family. He used to call the brothers the R word.
Yikes. Mm-hmm. I popped like crazy when Mr. Perfect pushed that fucking loser Earl Hebner during this match.
Yes, of course. He does another thing. There was an amazing heel move by Mr. Perfect. They're outside, and to break the count, he goes back inside, but he steps on Brett's back before doing so.
Yes. Yep.
And it reminded me, Donnie, of when Kevin Owens kicked Alex Riley in the face when he was walking into the back in NXT that time.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Brett kicks out of the Perfect Plex in this match, which literally may have never been done or hardly done, and people were not kicking out of finishers during this time unless they were Hulk Hogan usually. So
that's true.
That's pretty insane.
Yep.
The bump where Brett takes.
We just saw Paul Roma accidentally do it. the match before, but
Yeah,
it's
that's really true.
That's-
That was an accident.
that's fine.
That was an accident.
fine. As a crowd, I'm now desensitized to finishing moves.
Brett takes Perfect by the hair, throws him across the ring, and Perfect slides balls first into the post. That was like, he slid like half the length of the ring.
And I have to tell you,
Balls first in the post.
from the bottom of my heart, when I was one time I had long hair and I was at a mosh pit, and it was a hardcore pit, and I didn't know what that meant because I, not my style. And I started knocking people over, and this dude got mad, and he grabbed me by my hair, 2 handfuls of hair, both sides of my head, as hard as he could, grab my hair, right? And threw me by my hair. And I remember being that's the maddest I've ever been in my life, is in the air.
Because you got
I'd like to
punked?
meet that guy.
I'm literally in the air, like, as soon as I land, I'm gonna run as hard as I can at this fucking guy. Good?
And then you got knocked out. Gorilla.
Actually, a security guard with long hair grabbed me as I landed and fucking started walking me towards the door. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did you not see him throw me by my hair? He's like, yes, I did. He's like, you're walking over here with me, dude. So. Good.
Wow, you got
So you
punked
got
twice.
I got punked by security and a guy.
Gorilla coins the term Suplex City in this match.
Oh, I didn't.
He's ahead of his time.
There you go, Brock Solo.
Wow.
The finish of this match is incredible. It was
Dude, I
leg
wrote that
drop
also, yeah.
countered into the sharpshooter.
Such a great ending. The sharpshooter setup was
You
so
alright?
perfect.
Easy, okay?
Yeah. And then
I
the
finished
immediate tap out though to put the
Yeah.
submission over big time. I love that.
And that Brett tears off the rest of his singlet so we get to see Mr. Perfect in his undies.
Yeah. That was for me. That was a little like, Dave saw that and he's like, this made me feel uncomfortable. Lee
4
Hot.
stars.
4 stars.
That's crazy. Only 4
Pathetic.
stars.
Pathetic.
Can I say something? I mean this. When we say one of the greatest matches of all time, I don't know what that means, top 25, top 50. Yes, this is in all those lists. This is
I mean,
iconic.
It's one of the best matches up to this point in time.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Donnie probably bought the Hulk Hogan A Real American Story pay-per-view.
I loved Hulk Hogan. I always loved Hulk Hogan.
Especially after certain things surfaced.
Yeah. Thunder in Paradise. Once Thunder in Paradise surfaced and
His
then he went to WCW, I was like, no, honestly though, as a kid, I had the Hulk Hogan stuff. I liked Hulk Hogan. I mean, I was hook, line, and sinker with Hulk Hogan. I through NWO, back to WWF, TNA, you know it. I went to see him versus Sting, dude. You know it. I'm a fucking Hoganite, dude.
I'm not
Hoganite.
advertising it, but as a kid, I loved Hogan too. But next matchup, the Natural Disasters versus the Bushwhackers, accompanied by Andre the Giant.
I always like the
Andre's-
natural disasters.
Sad.
Natural Disasters were awesome.
Andre makes me sad here.
Mm-hmm. He's on crutches.
How long until he died?
Less than 2 years, like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's so
January '93.
Oof.
I realized his health was so bad he could hardly do anything at this point, but I agree. This is a very sad spot to see him in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this was really one of the last things he did in WWF. I think he did like some house show appearances and stuff like that into like late '91. But the thing I always heard was like he still wanted to wrestle. Vince wasn't having it, so Andre went to like Japan for a bit, worked some matches, and he showed up on like a Clash of Champions in WCW just to like do an interview. I guess that like Vince was very hurt by this because him and Andre were close, but I will say Vince was very right in this situation that Andre had no business fucking wrestling anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell a guy who knows he's probably gonna die soon that he'll be done when he's done. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to live with him for a whole life. It's not Ric Flair.
This is a Bushwhackers match. All right.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I like Earthquake and Typhoon as a kid.
Yeah.
I adored
Uh-huh.
them.
I thought the ending was good. You got a little LOD pop. I thought it was a decent match for the time. Classic tag team wrestling again.
Right.
Dude,
Like,
Natural-
I'm fine with it.
No one's
Natural
complaining.
Disasters won, which is good.
Yep.
They go to kill Andre, but LOD comes out to make the save. They get a huge pop. So I think the angle and everything was good. I think it was fine.
Yeah,
It was just
100%.
sad to see Andre in that state.
100%.
Yep.
But again, when you think about Mike, when we talk about the classic reasons that we look back on this generation where other people don't look at it as fondly as we do, This is the kind of shit I loved. Typhoon and Earthquake. They're huge fucking dudes. I'm like, ooh, these huge dudes. I love huge dudes.
Mm-hmm. We know.
And honestly, I'm gonna say this from the bottom of my heart, and I mean it with every fiber of my being. The Bushwhackers were incredible as a kid. I love the Bushwhackers.
Oh, absolutely. They're just fun.
They licked each other's head and shit. I'm all for
Just
that.
have a good time.
You wanted to get licked by the Bushwhackers.
You know what? Can I tell you the truth? I probably was
Still
like,
do.
I'm probably like telling my mom and dad, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I hope I meet the Bushwhackers. I give my lick my head. They're like, what the fuck are we letting them watch? What the fuck are we letting him watch, dude?
During this match, Bobby Heenan gets up from commentary and he's like, I'm gonna go fucking talk to Hulk Hogan because I heard he's in his dressing room. So after the match, they show him. He takes the WCW World Heavyweight title. He calls it the real world's title because Ric Flair just jumped ship and he took the title with him. And he goes to Hogan's dressing room and he's challenging him to a match on Flair's behalf. Hogan slams the door in Heenan's face, but the hilarious part about this is you never actually see Hogan in the segment. Couldn't be fucking bothered to actually take part. You just see Heenan talking to an open door, and then the door slams in his face.
They definitely just filmed it before.
They filmed it before, and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart, that you could tell, like, this, Hogan is starting to wear it thin. It's starting to come unraveled.
That is true.
I mean, it's not that much long. It's less than 2 years later, and he's gone from WWE.
For sure, but you could see the crack starting. Honestly, you could see him once that black eye happened.
Well, that was after, but 92 Rumble, I think, is the main time you see it when they boo him when he throws out Sid. That's when people were like, they didn't want Hogan anymore.
First Smarks. What city was that in?
What's that?
What city was that in?
Albany, right? I think.
New York. Fucking New York, dude.
That was
Macho...
in Albany. Hold on, Mike.
This fucking guy, dude. Trivial Pursuit. It literally says in the name. It's unimportant.
Like his favorite Rumble.
Yeah. Macho Man's talking about his wedding on the WWF 1-900 number.
Mean Gene's selling us. Mean Gene always sold that. Remember that?
Yep.
You've got to get the exclusive. You can hear it anywhere, but you've got to get it here.
Great fucking segment. Obviously, he's not really talking to somebody. He's just like making conversation by himself, but he's making it like seem very real. And he doesn't want to reveal where the honeymoon's gonna be, though.
I love Macho Man so much. Anytime you get Macho Man on my television doing something, again, it's always the Xavier Woods thing. It's just, you make every moment of your time matter, and they did.
We got the $1 Million Championship. It's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, defending against Virgil.
Can I say it first? Can I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Match is fine. It's fine.
It's probably Virgil's best match ever.
This was
listen,
listen, I'm going to say this. Ted DiBiase is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Love Ted.
And from the bottom of my heart, this was a payoff to a huge, long storyline that consists of most of the 80s, the late 80s at least. So this is an incredible moment. And it made Virgil feel so fucking special.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing ever came of it. And I think it's because, as Ted DiBiase said, the elevator didn't go all the way to the top floor.
He did talk some shit on Virgil when he was on this show.
But
that's true.
But this was awesome.
Homework.
Yeah.
This is how you start a match.
Yeah.
I love it. Ted DiBiase. Yeah.
Ted
DiBiase is on the turnbuckle. Virgil comes up. Fuck this. This is a blood feud. We're going after it. I love it.
I did laugh when, so Virgil, he ends up getting a great pop after the match when he wins. It's a huge shock and everything. But he makes his entrance and there's like not much of a reaction. Nope. And Gorilla's like, listen to the ovation here.
Yeah, he's.
But the crowd eventually goes wild. I mean,
the best part is, you think Vince,
and then continue the match, crowd goes nuts.
You think Vince was in Gorilla's ear? Did you think they had that technology at this point?
I don't think
they
so.
might have, dude.
I'm assuming they did.
I think maybe he gave him talking points, but I have a hard time believing Vince was like micromanaging Gorilla to that degree.
He named a whole position after him.
That's true. He respected him. Gorilla tells Heenan that his hands are green from holding the World Heavyweight title. WCW fucking owned right there.
Disgusting.
Big gold.
Yep. Virgil has DiBiase locked in the $1 Million Dream. Sherry comes in and rocks him. So DQ, right?
Yep.
Right? Yep. Under anything that ever happened or ever will happen in pro wrestling, that's DQ.
Yep.
Well, Earl fucking Hebner completely abuses his power, continues the match instead of calling for the DQ, and he throws Sherry out, and somehow he thinks he has the power to say that if Sherry doesn't leave, he's threatening permanent suspension.
Mm-hmm. He's not Jack Tunney. He's not Jack Tunney.
He's gonna ban Sherry for life from WWF?
He's not Jack Tunney. He doesn't have that fucking
No,
power, dude. I know he
not.
doesn't. Can I say something to you?
Mm-hmm.
I adore Sherry. As a kid,
Of course.
I loved her. She was awesome. She
incredible.
reminded me, but it wasn't like a sexual lust because it really was.
But it kind of is also.
Well, no. For me, she looked exactly like my aunt.
Oh.
So it really wasn't.
Oh,
Well,
right?
you know,
And then they spanked her, and I was like, hello.
Hey. Outside of the family. Hey.
Hey,
So-
my dad, she's dead. Thank you.
Oh,
Ah, damn. So
Shame.
the thing with Sherry though is
She
like,
won't move around much.
no matter who you put her with, it always worked. She went from Macho King to DiBiase to Shawn Michaels, and she was like perfect with all. of
You're
them.
just gonna
It was-
forget Harlem Heat and just ignore it?
Well, I'm talking WWF,
Well, yeah, because you're a fucking mark.
but she was good with Harlem Heat too.
She just like
Um,
blowing past that. You're such a piece of shit. That might be some of her best work.
Let's fucking calm down, okay? But just like you were glazing that, Piper is glazing Virgil like crazy throughout this match.
Yeah, Vince is in their
Insane.
ear. Vince is in their ear, dude. This is what I thought. I was like, Vince is in their ear, dude.
DiBiase kicks Earl because he's too slow to get up after taking a bump. Good. Should kicked him
He
harder.
really did kick the shit out of him. He's like, fuck you.
Virgil sends DiBiase into the exposed turnbuckle and pins him. Virgil wins the $1 million title, and Piper absolutely creams his pants.
Honestly, the fans did go ape shit too.
They creamed
were-
their pants a little bit too.
Yeah, they were excited. And honestly, this is a payoff. This is good storytelling. It's just the guy involved wasn't that good.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the furthest Virgil could potentially ever gone.
Mm.
But hey, this is a pretty cool moment.
Yep.
Yeah, hell of a pop.
Next match is like one of my favorite things from like watching this as a kid.
Mhm.
It's Big Boss Man versus the Mountie. The loser has to spend the night in jail.
Yes. Okay. Let me
It's
say
so
something about
good.
the. I'd like to go first.
This
again.
is this and subsequent shit we get with the Mountie throughout the
Yeah.
night is the greatest the Mountie ever was by far.
This is great stuff. It's kind of weird seeing Big Boss Man as a face.
Well, yeah. He's listen. He was good in either role. Going back,
he was once he turned face in like 90, I guess, after like the Twin Towers run, he was over like fucking crazy for
He
a
really
while
was.
until he left in like 93.
And I will say this: the Mountie, I loved to hate that guy. He was like the cattle prod thing. He was
Yep.
so fucking annoying, and it worked as like he's Canadian, dude, and he's like anti-American. It just worked. It just fucking worked, man. And this was so goofy. And then you're right, the vignettes of him in the fucking jail.
Mm-hmm. So
Those are
good.
excellent.
Just so
Um,
so silly and fun, dude.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
Like him getting dragged to the paddy wagon handcuffed. Very fun.
and screaming.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Before the match, they show highlights of when the Mountie shocked Big Boss Man with the cattle prod, and
Yep.
the sound effect they play is fucking hilarious. It's
Dude.
like Looney Tunes.
I swear to God, this is wrestling. This is what I'm talking about. Like when we watch this stuff, where I say like I don't view wrestling now with the same like perspective, but I also think it's just very, very different too.
I mean, I just think that it works more to have a Looney Tunes sound effect back then, and that if they did today, it wouldn't really work so much.
I don't. I
don't know why.
think if Lucha Underground did a Looney Tunes sound effect for Cattle Prod and someone, you would have loved it. Just for the
But they're
record.
different. They're different.
I'm just saying, be different then.
Jimmy
Lucha.
Hart in this match shows a proper way to be an annoying heel manager, not like fucking coach. Like he gets it actually.
Jimmy Hart as a heel manager. Jimmy Hart as a face manager is pretty mid. Jimmy Hart
Mhm.
as a heel manager, yes, that is what you want. You want a
That is
fucking
true.
annoying
Because he was
piece of
fucking
shit.
annoying. That's why.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if I ever noticed this or if anybody would ever care, but I thought it was worth noting. Big Boss Man and the Mountie wearing the exact same pants, black with
Oh,
a yellow stripe down
yeah,
the
that's
side.
Yeah,
true.
that
That's
is
a
true.
good. That's a good call. Maybe they got him. They had to share them. Maybe someone shit him
They
or
shared
pissed
the
him.
pants.
Share 'em.
yeah.
They just
They got
shit him or
2-pack.
pissed him. Yeah, I got a 2-pack. Someone split that. Fuck yeah, dude, I do.
Um,
We're just not going to talk about the Georgia flag having a Confederate flag on it on the
oh, we
sleeve.
already know that.
So, just for the record, I'm not
I've
saying.
got right here in my office where I got my wrestling stuff. Big Boss Man Wrestling Buddy. Got a Confederate flag on the
Oh.
sleeve.
Oh, listen, I got a Confederate flag in my office too.
I'm sure you do.
What?
I'm sure you got
I do.
several.
No, it's on the back of the General Lee. But
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
what is it saying?
What do you got? Like a model, generally?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I have a model. I have 2 cars. Mike, can you name the other car I have here?
the Dale Earnhardt diecast.
No. Think movies. I like 3 movies, and all of them have cars in it. I have 2 of them.
It's the plane from
Is there
Con
Con
Air.
Air?
No. No, it's the fucking Dodge from Blues Brothers. But go ahead.
Okay.
It's got the huge speaker on the roof and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
When I was a little kid watching these tapes,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I didn't even realize the Mountie and Jacques Rougeau were the same guy.
No, there's no way.
And-
I didn't realize it until you just said that.
What?
No, I'm just joking.
Well, literally, like
I-
all
I-
he did was he put on a red shirt. He didn't even like change his appearance.
Yeah, it didn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. Just
What?
like I didn't know fucking Smash and Repo Man were the same guy back then. I'm like,
100% had no
this is
idea.
a totally different guy. This
Yep.
is Repo Man.
Yeah.
But now, of course you would know.
Yeah, but then I agree. We're more Mark. Somehow we're more of Marks now.
I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Big Boss Man wins. So New York's finest runs down. They cuff the Mountie, drag him to the paddy wagon, and we get great shit throughout the rest of the night because of this.
I adore arrest angles, no matter what. It almost never fails.
Stone Cold.
Dude, I remember Charlotte and Ronda Rousey and Becky
Yeah, that
Lynch
was
that
great.
night. That was super
was
fun.
great.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume this is basically like intermission for the live crowd now because we get about 20 backstage interview segments in a row.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Um,
This is what they would do because they would do
Yeah.
intermissions.
Yeah. $1 Million Man's not happy because he got fucked by stupid Earl Hebner.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like these interviews backstage actually.
I
Yeah,
used
very
to
cool.
love the set that they use with the lockers in the background. It was a very distinct
yeah.
set that they use for everything. Earthquake has his titties completely out
Yep.
in his promo with Typhoon. That was
And
cool.
I'm for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Boss Man goes, "What kind of bird can't fly? Jailbird!"
I love Big Boss Man. The more and more we watch back through history, I think Big Boss Man is one of the most underrated people in all of
He was
wrestling
so good.
history.
I liked him as a heel.
He's
Like,
all
listen,
about
here's the
that,
thing.
Attitude era,
Dude,
attitude era, Big Boss Man.
Big
I'll tell you the
Bubba
time-
in the
I was gonna
80s.
say, I think the only time he wasn't awesome was WCW when they kept like changing, like, you're the Guardian Angel, you're the boss, you're fucking Ray Trailer, you're Big Bubba Rogers. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he definitely bounced around for a hot minute
What
there.
were they doing?
I don't know.
Oh, WCW sucked.
It's not true.
Very good
Well,
point.
Well, there were times.
Macho Man's still on that damn 1-900 number, and then Mean Gene is like trying to interview him, and he can't get Macho Man's attention, so he's like, "Oh, so like maybe I'm gonna go to Miss Elizabeth's locker room to talk to her." And he's like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Yeah.
Basically what happened.
It is honestly what happened. He was very protective. I'll say that.
They show Mountie getting taken to the jailhouse, getting his mugshot taken. Good shit. And they also try to take his fingerprints, and he flips off the cops. He's the first Stone Cold.
Holy moly, dude.
There was no flipping off in wrestling back then.
Nah. Honestly, though, who knew the Mountie was like, Stone Cold's like, God damn. I like the cut of his Canadian jam.
You guys with me on saying Nasty Boys are like some of the worst fucking promos? They're just screaming nonsense all the time.
I've never liked anything about the Nasty
I hate
Boys.
the
Me
Nasty
neither.
Boys. Always have. I thought the run with Public Enemy in WCW was one of my favorites because it was hardcore and they were doing crazy shit. But I always loved, like, knowing now, like, they were always fighting for real. Like, they hated each other and they always were like laying them in and shit. And now when you watch back, like, those dudes were fighting back. Rocco Rock, they were fucking fighting
Yeah, they
back,
were.
dude.
Everybody did say they were fucking stiff
Yep.
for no reason.
And they got the shit. I remember them talking about, like, oh, that was a rough one for us. They got their shit packed in.
As bad as Nasty Boys promos were, Hawk, fucking incredible promo.
Yeah. It's just fucking idea. I love Legion of Doom. I love everything
Oh, yeah.
about them.
So much fun.
Dude, the greatest tag team of all time, bar none.
And guys, what do we think of Sid's referee wife beater?
Let me tell you something. Can I be very honest with you? If I had a body like that, the only way you could get me in a shirt is if it looked like that.
Great. Moving on, WWF Tag Team Championships, the Nasty Boys defended against Legion of Doom. No DQs or countouts, so they start throwing hands immediately, which I like. And as Donnie, you said, that really is like the only way you could get Nasty Boys to like be entertaining.
100%. And honestly, in that mode, as a kid, they got the colorful, like, it looked like Blockbuster's carpet, like that was their shirt, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. So, but like, I remember like, and their hair and like the rubbing in the armpit and shit like that, right? The Nasty Boys. But like, but here's the thing. So like, it's not that like, I just didn't like them. Like, they weren't my people, but like, those were fun times as a kid. You liked that shit. That was fun. But like, Legion of Doom was just, they just looked like, I remember, okay, my uncle was a biker, right? So like, these dudes look like my uncle's friends. And I've been like, holy shit, you put pads with spikes on them? Holy shit, did you see his haircut? Right? Like, I just remember being like so blown away by how cool they were. And then Mike was blown away by Demolition's drag.
We were all blown away
outfits.
By it.
Yeah, it was. Listen, this match is exactly what it needed to be.
I thought this was a good match.
Yeah, it's exactly what it needed to be. It was ultra violent. It was fucking all the things you want to see, and Legion of Doom did it.
Yeah, at one point, Brain says it's the first bath that Hawk has taken in a long time and gets hit with the drinks. That's why I'm laughing.
Yo, Bobby the Brain is fucking ruthless
incredible.
Sometimes.
The one-liners, dude.
Because here's the thing, he says things sometimes, and you're thinking about being on. Because I remember there's one point where Roddy goes to say something, and Bobby cuts him off by saying something else, and Roddy just doesn't say anything else. And you know it's because he's like, he cannot get a fucking. He'd rather eat that statement than fucking try to say it laughing.
Did you guys just notice this, by the way, before we move on? There's a point in the match where like Sags, I'm pretty sure, maces Hawk in the eyes, and like nobody even like mentions it. Like that seems like a big deal. Somebody got fucking maced and they didn't even mention it.
Yeah, I saw him spray, but I didn't take.
Yeah, was that mace? Like, what did he spray in his eyes?
I assume it was.
It was sun repellent. He didn't want him to get burned.
Well, he fucking bounced back from the mace and won the match. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, he did.
The cops are hurting the Mounties' arms as they lock him in the jail cell. So, police brutality. Something's ever changed.
I will say this. Sometimes they deserve it. I'm sorry.
The cops?
No, the Canadians.
Oh, gotcha. This next match, random as fuck. IRS versus Greg Valentine. I think they threw this on here for a piss break for people.
I also think they
do
do time fillers. I think what they're doing is they have to make it to a certain time. So they're like, we know how long the main event is supposed to go. So we have to get to this X amount of time. It just felt like very thrown together and tucked in.
Sure, but I
can't speak to the storyline.
It's fine.
I thought it was pretty solid and the crowd was into it. And
I mean, both guys were good workers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have two of the better workers, but like no character
IRS
guy.
was pretty new in WWF.
Well,
that's fine.
Yeah, because he was.
He was Mike Rotunda in US Express, then he went to WCW, and he was Mike Rotunda in Varsity Club, and then he came back to WWF, and he was IRS. He won with a small package, which would be Donnie's finisher.
That is fun. That is fun. I'll give it the answer. Good. I don't have anything else. You made fun of my dick. I'm very much ready to move on.
Hogan and Warrior
Speaking of dicks.
Hogan and Warrior Coke-induced promo.
I thought it was actually a pretty good promo to sell this match.
Stop.
I got
stop.
hyped.
I don't care. Look at me. I will stand on business. Cocaine is a terrible drug, so please don't do cocaine. Okay? Steroids probably do immense damage to your body over the course of time. These two dudes look so fucking good. They are so gassed to the gills. They are on high amounts of all the fucking drugs. And looking back, I fucking love this kind of shit. I love Warrior doing his Warrior shit. I love Warrior's dumb shit. It makes me laugh every time. Rocket shit, man. Like I've never seen that many veins in a forearm in my life. I fucking adore all of this, dude. I love this time.
So when I was on the wiki, I forgot that this is where all like the controversy comes with Vince and Warrior.
Yes,
over the money.
I was gonna say, little does Warrior know, in about an hour he's gonna get fired because he
This is
tried to hold up
crazy.
Vince for more money. And I say that they're on coke, which they probably were.
Yeah.
But this is quintessential early 90s.
Yes.
You know.
This is
rap.
the promo that everybody shows you when they're laughing about early 90s Ultimate Warrior yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got the main event match of the night, at least. It's the match made in hell. And it's Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior against Sergeant Slaughter, Colonel Mustafa, and General Adnan, with Sid Justice as the special guest referee.
Okay, can I go first?
Mhm.
Look at me.
Mhm.
I'm 100% American here. Do you understand that? 100%
Yep.
American. Sergeant Slaughter did not even serve in the military. Did you know that? He's not even a real sergeant.
He's not a real sergeant.
He's not a real fucking sergeant.
He was a G.I. Joe, though.
Yeah, he was a GI liar. But from the bottom of my heart, this is 80s wrestling and just happened to leak into 1991. And
Dude, it was a great gimmick. I don't care what anybody says.
this all works for me so much. I was like a big smile on my face watching them do like the fucking all the. I'm not gonna. It's very kind of like, you know, nationalist, but guess what? I love the USA, so let's go.
Listen, it's a typical match for the time. I thought the ending was strong with the powder. Hogan rips off Sid's shirt. It's a little bit weird, but
he wants to see those pecs, man.
Yeah, he wants to let him see it, brother. Tear that shirt off.
This was very much a show for the fans of baby faces and just giving people like what they want to see, and this delivered.
I realized this was a handicap match, but Colonel Mustafa and General Adnan, just compared to like the other guys in the match, they looked like they were like 4 feet tall.
I think that was on purpose.
Right, but it's just funny, like not much of a handicap match. Actually,
I adore stuff like this. This stuff genuinely is why I love old wrestling. Because this plays so hard to a time. 991, we're in the midst of Desert Storm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, come on, this is timely at the time. This is crazy shit, and I love this.
Gorilla's going off about Slaughter being a traitor to his country and Iraqi sympathizer, and Bobby Heenan goes like, I don't want to get politically involved.
I love it. I love it. Dude. He was social media before social media was social media.
So near the end of the match, Warrior chases Mustafa and Adnan to the back with a chair, and I'm dying at the thought of him like running through the curtain like a maniac and Vince firing him like on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sid's back is turned. Hogan throws the powder in Slaughter's eyes, like BG said. Hits a leg drop for the win. No Warrior in the celebration because he's getting shit canned as we speak. But Sid's posing down with Hogan. They're both showing off their pecs. It's great. Vince thinks he's got his new Warrior with Sid, so he's all set. He's like, get the fuck out, Warrior.
Yep.
This is also the last time we see Slaughter as the Iraqi sympathizer, because he takes some time off, comes back, and he's like, I want my country back. And he wants to be
that guy. Holy fucking promo, dude. But yeah, honestly, and you're right. I will tell you, I did not know that this is where that happened. So thinking about all this now, he did get fired right then and there.
Yeah.
And for context, for people that don't know like what happened, he claimed that like Vince owed him $500,000, and he's like, "You pay me this $500,000." Yeah, he's like, "You pay me this $500,000, or I'm not gonna be doing this show." And Vince is like, "Oh yeah, I'll pay you the $500,000." So he pays him the $500,000, knowing the whole time he's gonna fucking fire him right after the match, and he did.
Did he cancel the check?
I hope so.
No, I think he got paid, but the wiki says like Vince, as soon as he walked through the curtain, fired him.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. That's what I'm thinking. Like, he chased them with the fucking chair, running like a maniac, and then like he ggets to the curtain, Vince is like, get the fuck out of here.
He comes out and he's like, yeah, how was the match? And Vince is like, you fucking piece of shit, get the fuck out.
Because
it was
like,
kind of like
looking
the
into
Montreal
like,
Screwjob before the Montreal Screwjob, because everybody knew he was going to fire him except for Warrior.
Because I was looking at the card and I'm like, and I saw that in the wiki, and I was like, wait, so when does he come back? Because he's in the fucking title match a year later, right? So it was very fascinating.
Yeah, he comes back.
Like April,
And
I
then
think.
You can see how mentally
Yeah.
Vince has to prepare himself for certain battles. He's just like, listen, this is just going. I'm
he
just going
brought
to get
back
punched
and
in
got
the
rid
face.
of Warrior like 3 times.
He loved him.
Yeah.
He did. He
Yeah.
tried. He tried with people. Once he believed in you, he would die with you.
I remember being like, because 96, I'm watching wrestling at that point when he brings like Warrior back for what ended up being like the last time as an active wrestler. And I, like, one of the first shows I ever went to was supposed to be like Warrior versus Vader, on like a house show. And I remember like Warrior like no-showed. It's like when his dad was dying or something. And he just no-showed a bunch of shows. And then Vince is like, dude, you said you don't even like fucking care about your dad. He
Some people wear out their welcome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure have.
That's a fact. Before we get to the real main event, we get the last segment of the Mountie.
Yeah.
And the segment is a gay man approaching him
Donnie
in the jail
shows
cell
up.
and him freaking out.
Yep. There's a lot of stereotypes happening right here.
Yeah, he's like, don't you just love the way leather feels on your skin?
It was a segment and a half, dude. I loved it.
Yo, this shit was wild.
You
man.
know Vince was
I
going to
love
laugh
these
his ass
segments so
off.
much. This is awesome.
Vince thought this shit was the funniest shit he ever did.
He definitely did. And he was right.
He's laughing like fucking Dave Meltzer does.
With his tongue out.
Mhm.
Main event, the match made in heaven. It's Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth getting married, even though they've been married for like 10 years at this
Yep.
point.
Yep.
I love them showing like the beautiful musical tribute to their love
Oh,
before.
yeah, I love the montage and showing
The
the
lady,
showing-
that one iconic lady in the purple dress.
I love them showing when he like proposes to her and he's like, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
He literally sounds.
Elizabeth.
He sounds like
This shit was great, man.
Sanford and Sons. But he has
Elizabeth, I love you.
Yeah.
How mad do you think Hogan was that he didn't go on last?
Oh, he was
Probably
furious.
pissed.
He
Yeah,
was
he probably
furious.
was.
Yeah. Yep.
When Macho's waiting in the ring for Elizabeth to walk down the aisle,
Mm-hmm.
Brain says he's standing on the gallows.
He and I share a lot of our sentiments about marriage.
So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce definitely got the idea of getting married. Then Missy from Savage and Elizabeth.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Do you think that Travis Kelce's gonna look as cool as Macho Man with a feather hat?
brother.
No chance, man.
No
Their
fucking
outfits are
chance.
awesome here.
No fucking chance, dude. This shit is iconic. If he
Uh,
look, hold on. I will listen to I will buy and listen to every single Taylor Swift CD. If
No, you won't.
wait, which Kelce is it? Travis Kelce
Travis.
comes out with Macho Man's gear on.
Jason's already married, man.
Yeah, I know.
They say their I do's, I mean they're yes.
Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful moment, and then they got divorced a year later.
Yeah.
Aw.
And I'll never, was it Arsenio Hall who was talking about it? And he's like, make sure you tell the people you love them because they could be gone before you know it. And then Lex Luger killed her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll say this too.
Great.
Did you know, I saw this recently, she was doing ESPN work. She was doing like power boating. Did you know
I
that?
saw this for the first time too. I don't know
Yeah.
how I never realized it, but
Me
yeah,
either.
1995, she was working on ESPN as like a reporter for power boating, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super
As
cool.
Liz Hewlett, her real name.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's it. I mean, the segment's super cool. I love their outfits and stuff, and then you get
Mm-hmm.
the ending.
I had I still have the VHS of it, but I got it like as a kid for like a gift for, I don't know, Christmas or something, like still in the shrink wrap, and it came with like a window cling that's like a heart, and it's Macho Man and Elizabeth in their wedding attire.
You have that?
I have it, yeah.
Holy shit, dude. That's probably worth money.
The window cling?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, it's probably worth something.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super rare, I assume. How often do
Elizabeth!
window kings, window sling, what are they called?
Window
Window
cling?
cling. It's been a long
It's not
day.
on my window.
I assume not, sir. Okay. So yeah, then you get Jake the Snake and Undertaker.
Ruin the fucking reception, which is a great storyline that they branch off from, and that's how they make Macho Man come back to wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Which is honestly super cool. And like I said, the Jake the Snake, Macho Man feud, and their feuds in general, anytime they went against each other, were always amazing. Again, this Tuesday in Texas, that was 92, right? That was
Yeah.
that was coming out of all this, right? That was still
Yeah.
part of that same program? Yeah, I slapped her,
Oh, yeah, you know what? No, it was late 91 because it was like around the time of Survivor Series, 91.
Yeah. Okay. But that promo
was
to this
December.
day is still one of the greatest promos I can ever remember. Mean Gene and Jake, Mean Gene being disgusted by him.
He was disgusted.
He's like, yeah, Gene, slapping her was the greatest feeling. I'd pay to feel that again. He's like, you shut up, Jake! You shut up, Jake! So good, dude. Got the mic right in his face. You shut up, Jake! Speak right into the mic, please. True professional. Any other comments there? Great stuff. Bret Hart,
This is
Mr.
a great
Perfect.
retro. Thanks, George.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great one,
all
George.
of it,
Thank
all
you.
of it.
I think taking this from the air, I give it a 7 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Fucking, no doubt about it, 10 out of 10. Had a great
9
time.
out of 10. No, 9
Love
out of 10.
No, 10 out of 10. No fault that I could see.
We got a 4-star match, Brett and Perfect.
What, do you have all the star ratings of the matches?
Which one?
I can tell you in a
did
second.
You have that?
Yeah, give me real quick. I know I'm sorry it's taking forever, but just give me a quick
Everything
rundown.
else is gonna be like dud. Probably.
Yeah, I want to see 1 through. Does he rate them? Does he rate the wedding? Oh, he's scandalous.
No.
He did it for
so
variety.
The opener, 2.25.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty fair, honestly, but I'd probably give it 2.5. Bret vs. Mr. Perfect was 4 stars. The Natural Disasters versus the Bushwhackers, 0.75.
Okay.
Virgil versus DiBiase, 3.25.
Oh, okay.
Big Boss Man Mountie, I really strongly disagree with this, 1.5.
No, that's at least like a 2.5.
Yep. Well, Legion of Doom versus Nasty Boys, 2.5. And then both IRS versus Greg Valentine and the main event each got 1.25.
I thought you were gonna say dud.
Yeah, this dude.
It might as well
sucker
be.
Did not rate on the girl marrying that boy. Gross to me. Yuck. No, from the bottom of my heart, this was incredible. I love trips down memory lane like this because it is such a fun time. So more of this, please. And give us stuff. I'd love to see more like 80s stuff that maybe BJ's never seen and he's got to go through it. Like, I would love to cover something about, like, I know there was a doc that was about 45 minutes long. I don't know if is that long enough? We did that?
Yeah.
But it was about the Freebirds and that whole run with the fucking Von Erichs. Right, but just that period of time. Right? It's like match clips and stuff like that. That, dude, I would love to talk about all that because that had a place on, that place was on fire, man. Moments in time in wrestling you'd love to relive. That's one of them. But yeah, big thank you to George. Patreon.com/ringrustradio. That's a way you go pay us money to make us watch old shit. And hey, if you don't know what you want us to watch, we can tell you what we want to watch. That should be this tagline. How about that? Pretty good?
Too wordy.
Too wordy. Clowns can get away with murder.